Robot, what's good? Talk to me. What y'all want? What? What? I'm here. What? What you want now? What? What you want? What is it? What is it? Talk to me. I'm here now. What you want? What's good? All right, Britt, what you want? Let me know what you want to come up for. Rahubat. Rahubat Antunten. Ache Atan Tunten. Anuki Wawa. Jetnefer. Robat. Am I Muslim? I can be. Spit song, we can get to that. You just remember you said it. We'll get to it in a minute. They've been trying to hush you for a minute and you still give them rawness every time. Yeah, facts on their head. On their head. They hide in your live, fam. I know that. I know that. This would be the biggest live on Instagram if they weren't doing that. I get you. I got you Friday, fam. That's my word. Hey, thank you. Don't even worry about it, though, but thank you. By that time, is you know what I mean? I still thank you, though. Every motherfucking time. Yeah, for sure. What y'all want, though? You from D.C.? Nah, I'm from Atlanta. What questions blow your mind? Nothing. Do you remember the Anunnaki tongue? No, I don't. I never spoke the Anunnaki tongue. What does Rahubat mean? Rahubat is like saying greetings. Does the West being a beacon for lower frequencies correlate with it being where the sun sets? Is possible? I don't know. That's a good idea, though. It's possible because of the fact that there are supposed to be lower wavelengths and less activity, less light, or colder environments. So that's possible. How's the nation sending love and support? They're doing okay, I think. I haven't really spoken to everybody. I think they're doing okay. All right. Who want to come up? What y'all on? What's the plan for Al-Qubilan? I don't know what's going on over there with them. Do you consider yourself a Jew? No, I don't consider myself anything. You know what I mean? I know what you're asking, but no, I don't have to do that. That doesn't really. You know what I mean? No, I'm saying, all right, Britt, what you want to talk about? Did you watch the Young Elder video today about King Yahweh? I didn't see where he addressed what that man is doing for Pops. No, I didn't see that. Shout out to Young Elder, man. I didn't see that. Do you think the ice wall is legit? Okay. What ice wall? Which one? You know what I mean? Most people been talking about glaciers for the last 10 years. What ice wall? Y'all got to tell these people to show y'all, like, prove to y'all there's an ice wall. When y'all going to do that? Then people go over there and say, listen, people be saying you can't go over there. Then they go over there, take a picture of a glacier and tell y'all it's the ice wall. You know what I mean? Come on, y'all. My team can assist with filming your video, bro. Just sent some in Cash App, yet we have resources to assist at no charge. I thank you for that. Only thing about that is I don't really work with new people on stuff like that. It takes a while for me to get acquainted with people to do stuff, as you might imagine. I still thank you for offering that. Yeah, honey is good for inflammation, for sure. Anti-inflammatory properties. I'm drinking honey. Ice wall in Antarctica where we can travel to. Exactly. You can travel to Antarctica. They want to spread confusion because it's easier to control people. And I think people just be excited to like talk. So they just come up with anything. You know what I mean? I think people just need ears. They just want to talk. So Flat Earth got a lot of people, their audiences. They're not just going to turn away from it when they find out the truth, because then they lose their audience. Then they won't know what to do with themselves. We've been locked in for a minute. I just got a lot to say and want clarity on a few things. All right, I got you. Do we have to be vegans to astral project? I was astral projecting on. I was still getting the fuck out of my body. Nope, you do not have to be vegan to astral project. I encourage healthy eating, but you know,
Yo,
what's going on?
what's good,
What's
bro?
happening?
Yeah, I've been wanting to talk to you for a minute. I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie. Cause you feel me? Like, I was there during them clubhouse days, bro, and I remember, like, you used to be talking for hours on end.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that shit, like, cause during the pandemic, like, that shit sparked something in me. Cause, man, like, I started fasting more. I started going into more deeper meditations.
Mm.
And cause I remember, like, you would break down, like etymology for hours, bro. Just, you feel me? And just dropped a lot of shit that sparked a lot of shit in my brain. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I wanted to come on here because it's like, all right, like you know how Z York had the Nuwapians in Bushwick in the '90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the temple on Bushwick Avenue, right? You know what I'm talking about, Face?
Which one?
There's a temple on Bushwick, right on Bushwick Avenue in Brooklyn.
You talking about right now?
Yeah, it's still up to this day. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's where Jay-Z shot his first video at, right? With Jazz Lowe and
Originators.
shit.
Uh-huh.
Alright,
I
so
don't
it's
know if that was
like,
his first video, but I know
alright,
that was a
so
big
now
one.
I don't know if you're familiar. Like, alright, how did Pops feel about Prodigy? Cause it's like Prodigy before he
Pops
died, he
had a
would have.
relationship with Prodigy. He was close with him.
I
He
see.
was
Cause
cool
look,
with him.
bro, I'm
So
really
he helped Prodigy with certain things, according to what I was told.
yeah,
When Prodigy needed money for his sickle cell disease, Pops sent the man up to like 60,000, I think, at one point
yeah,
to help him. You know what I mean? Fight it. So they were cool.
yeah.
And Pops
Cause
supported him.
like, how, like, not to say too much, but Prodigy choked on an egg in the hospital. That shit didn't make no sense to me, bro. Especially because he wrote a 5-page letter about Jay-Z,
Mm,
and in the letter before he died, I posted it on my like story like a few years
mm,
ago. But in the
mm,
letter, he was talking about how Jay-Z was a student of Dr. Malachi York.
mm.
A lot of these niggas are students of Dr. Malachi York. He specifically said that Jay-Z chose to side with evil, basically,
Yeah,
in
for
this
sure.
letter.
Same thing
You know what I'm
Nas told
saying?
y'all. Nas told
Same.
y'all the same thing. That's what, listen, the Nas Ether song,
Yeah.
that's what that beat was about. That's why he used
Okay.
the word ether. You know what I mean? Decades before you will ever hear anybody come out and repeat Pop saying it, Nas was getting that from Pops.
Yeah.
That's what Pops was teaching to the brothers and the sisters that were around at that time, non-ether, and especially ether. You know what I mean? Or that
Yeah.
atmosphere of what ether yielded. He was teaching that. So when Nas was saying stuff like, yo, fuck with your solar ether, he was talking from the sciences of Pop. And he was like, yo, you sold your soul for riches. He was talking to Jigga or Sean because that's his brother. He like, yo, you still my brother, but why did you? It's the same thing like what's going on with Rashad Jamal, except the difference is we don't know where the hell Rashad came from. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
another example would be like when I wrote the letter to 21 Savage.
Yeah.
We know where 21 Savage came from. That's my brother. That's somebody that was there on the land with me.
It's a fact. And
You
just
know what I
even
mean?
to hear
So
that, because I feel like a lot of times it's coming out more now.
mm,
It's coming out more and more now as, like, as the veil thins. You know what I'm saying? But it's coming out more and more now, just in the music and people's, like, I don't know if you've seen, like, it may not shit that you necessarily agree with, but like Son of Vegas and like niggas like Skrilla,
mm,
like, you feel me, like more of the African spirituality is starting to come more in the music. And I even seen like an artist like D Savage wearing like the beads and shit like that. So
mm,
I'm starting to see, like, whether 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 it's like a social norm to be conscious or
mm,
not, and whether niggas is putting in the music or not. I feel like overall it's a good and bad thing,
mm,
because it definitely comes with like a lot of imposters. But I definitely feel like, we seeing the spirituality, and like, we, like, even with you, like, you bridging the gap with the spiritual shit and the streets. You feel me? Like, I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I grew up in the hood, and all my friends, like, I'm probably like one of the only people in my friend group that think like this. You feel
mm,
me,
mm.
Faze? So it's hard. Even with the women over here, like, you already know there's something. This is a dark cloud over New York City. I've been living in here all my life. I'm trying to get out of here, like, on some personal shit. I really don't like. I need to go somewhere where it's always hot. I just need to experience a different environment. But I've been living here for a while, grew up here, so it's like I really seen how shit transition, and you know, so it's just it's like even with the women over here, it's just it's hard to have people to relate to over here because it's not a lot of us. There is, but there's not. You know,
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
so
Yeah, yeah. The thing about that is a lot of people are looking for Nuwapu. They don't know that. When people find themselves in Yoruba, no disrespect to the Yoruba brothers and sisters, we've already covered that. We've covered Yoruba. We've covered Christianity. We've
yeah,
covered Buddhism. We've covered Judaism. We've covered Islam. You know, we've covered the esoterics. Okay, the Hermetic principle side of it. We've covered
yeah,
ancient Hermetics. You know what I'm saying? Science. We've covered alchemy, all of that. So a lot of people are looking for Nuwapu. Nuwapu is the ability to have your hands in all of those different fields and be able to find yourself in the center of them to realize the truth of all things. That's what people are looking for. So even what's spirit? Like if I ask you, what is spiritual? What does that mean?
I guess like like you have you got a higher density than the average person. I don't like using the word spiritual. It's like using the word black. Like I
Yeah.
don't really like using that shit either. But it's just a way to simplify, something that is honestly hard to explain. But what I would say is just consciousness. You feel me? Like everything got a spirit, but most people lack soul. There's a difference. So
Okay.
it's
So
like
check
I
this
feel
out.
like when you in tune,
And one second. One
with your
second.
soul,
1 second.
yeah, go ahead.
And I got you, Lloyd. I can see y'all. Y'all give me a second now. I'm trying to, I'm dealing with everybody. So I want the brother to get his question answered. Lloyd, if you can, stick around for a second, I'll pull you up. You know what I'm saying? All right. The thing about it is a lot of people are using the word, is why I'm saying it. A lot of people are using spiritual and they don't really know what it means. So you can imagine how many people are pushing, oh, we're doing spiritual this and
Yeah,
abundance
hell yeah,
this, and it's all a market. People don't
for
understand that.
sure,
It's a finesse game
hell
that
yeah.
doing with
And
this.
that's why I was saying like you see it in the music now. I don't know if you've seen it. You know what I'm talking about, bro? When you see Stunnerful Vegas talking about certain shit and just like you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah, but that's not Nuwapu.
nah,
So
for sure.
okay, the
Nah,
thing
I
about
got you. I understand
Nuwapu is less about monetization, it's more about utilization. Because
for sure.
monetization is actually futile because anybody can just monetize anything. Okay, you start realizing with Nuwapu, it's not about making friends. It's not about appeasing people. It's about getting the truth out, and not everybody's going to like you for that. When you start realizing certain stories that a lot of people get these images from, these stories like Jesus' story when he was crucified, a lot of people didn't like Jesus. You know what I mean? If you're dealing with a situation where everybody's rocking with this person off rip, that might be something for you to side eye. Okay, it's the one who
Yeah, for
has to
sure.
fight their way through the muck and the mire to get people to realize the truth. That might be the one bringing the truth because people don't like the truth. Why? Truth holds you
Now,
accountable. If I ask
where
what is spiritual, I'm attempting to break a spell that's on people's brain because the fact that they're not even thinking about what they're saying is showing you that they're under some type of psychosis. Okay, and that causes for a lot of mental disabilities, okay, and diseases there, or mental health problems and all kind of things that people have to deal with. For the trauma of, first of all, dealing with all these so-called leaders who never really had their best interests at heart, and then when they finally start getting a piece of information, it's hard for them to recover from the crutch that the psychosis provided. What do I mean by that?
yeah,
It's the same thing with religion,
yeah,
family. You know what I mean? People believe in this, believe in this, believe in this. And if somebody asks them a question, they realize they don't really know what they're talking about. They don't understand what it is that they're saying they believe in. They're going to do one or two things. All right. And the second one will be best for people, even if it is the negative aspect of it. The one or two things will be they're going to attack the person, call them a jinn, a devil, a government agent, whatever. It's all the same thing, depending on who you're speaking about.
yeah,
Right. They're going to call them something to try to take the credibility away from the being that's bringing the truth. Or they're going to undergo that transformative process to say, you know what, this man just brought up a point, and that point, if I allow it to, will help me in my advancement in life. If I allow it to, if I fight them, you know what I mean, then I'm just going to delay or hinder my own advancement. So you've seen people come on here, if you were witnessing, some people come on here, they ready to go to war for no reason. They don't even know why.
yeah.
There's
They
some people
just
come on and they realize, they say, yo, you know what? I thought I was about to come over here and get at you, but now I'm like, damn, you got me thinking a whole different way. Yeah, that's why I encourage people, come talk to me. It's different when you actually happen to deal with me tone to tone. the comment world is weird because y'all think that it don't mean nothing. You think you just type something out and it don't have any weight and we can't see people, da 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 da. No, get out of the comment world, face me, and then you'll realize this man can't be on no bullshit. Not how you just
Yo,
be, with peace and go ahead.
Faise, though, you know what get me so angry though,
Go
bro?
ahead.
Like, and this is the only thing that angers me. And like, not a lot of shit angers
Right.
me. You know, like I'm a chill guy. But one thing that does anger me is like how many people, and it's a little off topic, but it is because it has to do with New York, you know, and people being exposed. But how many people have to die, right? Exposing certain shit that's going on about the tunnels and child sex trafficking and all that shit that's going on within the government. Like I can name like 10 people right now off the top of my head. I'm not going to. I could like Isaac Happy, Chester Bennington.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they said Anthony Bourdain, Advocacy, whoever else, bro. Like a lot of people, Jay-Z. I mean, he ain't died, but I'm saying like a lot of these people are involved in this shit, and there's so much evidence leaning towards that. And we
Mm-hmm.
all say we love the children,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody willing to speak up about that. You feel me? And when brands like Balenciaga, and don't get me wrong, like I love fashion and shit like that. I'm a very fashionable guy. But it's just like when brands like Balenciaga tell you to your face that they pedophiles and they do certain shit,
Mm-hmm.
and we sitting here supporting them, it's like you giving them your consent. So I just never understood that, bro. Like I'm not telling people to get out and start crashing out on people, but it's just like why we not angered by that? Like we always so worried about shit that's happening outside of us. Like there's real life, real shit going on with these children. Like I don't give a fuck about no grown ass man or talking to no grown ass man about anything. I hate to use this word, but spirituality related. I'm more so focused on like, you know, like talking to the youth and trying to help them because they're the next people up and coming. Like, if you're a grown ass man, I gotta explain to you that you create your own reality with your thoughts, and I gotta explain to you about certain shit. Like I don't want to talk to you, bro. At this point,
Mm-hmm.
it's just no
Well,
point.
that's the
Like,
thing. There is a point because those people still have children. And this is
nah,
what
you for sure.
every dilemma you're facing, people like Dr. Malachi York, which I can't really say people like Dr. Malachi York, that's a zeitgeist. Oh, every dilemma you're looking at and facing, so do we have to, right?
But
And
yo,
and
Faze, but
here's the common factor that people overlook
yeah,
themselves.
I'm finna walk there right now.
If if it's something that's troubling you, well, then you will have to figure out what type of steps you would need to take to be able to become more impactful in that field. Let me tell you something. If you can't look in the mirror and say, I'm not doing enough, then you're not ready for this. Because
Yeah,
you'll never be doing enough. You'll never
nah,
be
yeah,
doing
like
enough. If
for
you
me
really
personally,
understand, are you listening to me?
my
I'm talking to you.
fault, brother, my fault. It's just
If
I
you
gotta
really
go. Yeah.
understand what you're speaking about, you're talking about going to war with the forces that are on this planet, the evil beings on this planet, right? You're not talking about just Balenciaga. Who is that? Balenciaga doesn't exist. Balenciaga is a statement.
Yeah.
Most people can tell me about who this rapper is, who this politician is, see how you name Jay-Z, all this other stuff, and then you said Balenciaga. Who were the people behind the article? Who were the people behind the ad? Do you know?
Oh, but nah, I don't, bro.
You want to know why? Because it's simple. Here's what you said. You said, why are we not angry? Because angry isn't necessary, for one. You don't need to be angry to get things done. You just need to
Not
be
for
diligent.
sure.
But you didn't show diligence. You can't tell me who's behind the ad. You can't tell me whether or not those children have any parents on file. You can't tell me whether or not they're safe. You can't tell me if there were any handlers involved. You can't tell me where the studio was that they shot it at. You can't tell me anything. And that's why. This is why they
I
can
see
get
what
away
you're
with
saying.
things like that. Because people, when you claim to say, I care about this, do you actually take the steps to prove it? I said, I care about what's going on with the music industry and them affecting our children with drill music. People said,
Yeah.
nah, they watched me completely obliterate the music industry for 4 years in a row. They watched me go head to head with people they said you couldn't say their name. They watched me call niggas. Now everybody notice everybody want to say niggas' names now. I was calling everybody name loud and
Yeah.
clear. And I'm the only one they didn't respond to.
Yeah.
So I made it a very clear point that we were literally in position and ready and willing to go to war with the drill music artists, even up to the point of if they would say, oh, they're gonna make threats for phase one, and I was ready to be physical.
Yeah.
I was ready to defend myself. And I let them know what I was moving around with, anything. Listen, I'll see you before you see me. And they knew I was serious because you see me still in Atlanta doing this, shooting music video over here. Okay, if you see me, okay, you better handle your business, because if I see you and you made yourself out to be a threat, I'm gonna handle mine. So that's what I was explaining. Well, we're ready to go to war, and we didn't even have to take it to the physical realm because I showed people how to do magic, how to hex the same music industry. Everybody been talking about spell casting and stuff like that. I said, here's how you do it. Take that same magic and spell stuff that y'all be thwarting out in the community, take it to Hollywood and burn them up. And we done seen that happen even on a physical level where Hollywood burned physically. But before the burning physically, there was the burning of, look at all the pillars that done fell. Just like I said, it was gonna happen. I literally wrote out the names, the situations, and who to watch for next, and da 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 da. And I told people I did the magic in front of people. So my point is, when you say you care about something, you have to like really put work in and be diligent about it, study it, research it, and figure out what is it that you need to do to make sure not only the message of caring about it is getting out there, but the replication of the works of caring are proceeded by your people that you're targeting to get that information to, so that they can also, you know what I mean, search to get it done and work to get it done. Other than that, family, you're not going to be ready for that. Get out of the falsified remedy lane. And that falsified remedy lane is talking about it is enough. No,
Yeah, but you know,
you
for me,
got to
Faise,
do the
look,
work.
for
Go
me,
ahead.
Faise is like, all right. So I've been talking about certain things. I had my first spiritual experience, I would say, when I was 16. I've been on, and then during the pandemic, then during the pandemic, I started taking it really serious and
Right.
really discover myself. So I went like I tried to fast for as long as I could, and I cleansed my colon, I cleansed my lymphatic system, and I was going into deep meditation. I was meditating more. I was doing a lot of breath work, and I was receiving a lot of downloads. So and it was just like I was talking about a lot of this shit. Like I used to be on Clubhouse with you. You feel me? Because I was always so interested about the information. So like before, like within my circle of people, like I ain't really have nobody to talk to about it. Like I would talk to them about it, but I would just look crazy. But now I seen a shift where it's like, yo, now they call me and ask me questions like, yo, what could I do with this or what could I do with that? And I love it so much. But before I used to feel like an outsider, and I just feel like everything that made us outcasts in a dying culture has prepared us to be the new leaders of the new earth. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
So for me personally, Faze is like yeah, I would explain myself. I would overexert my energy because I'm an empath. So like I'll be having to recharge a lot, and I ain't gonna lie to you, like sometimes it'd be a little hard or whatever. But you know, like I like to speak to people, who would resonate with. Like I don't want to just be talking about it if I don't see it in them, if it don't resonate, or you know what I'm saying. Like, if you my man's, like everybody around me, like all my friends around me, they know what type of time I'm on. They know like all right. And then like even it got even to the point where even with my mother, you know. So it's just like I plant seeds, you know what I'm saying? I know at the end of the day I can't give up planting my seeds or trying to spark something because like I feel like people give up because they think, oh yeah, like I can't impact that many people. I can't change the world, but it really starts with you. And if you could help 5 people, if you could help 10 people, bro, you making change. So I know that when I plant those seeds and when I talk about Dr. Malachi Zero and when I talk about certain things, whether they're listening or not, the subconscious mind is still picking up on it, and I'm still gonna be forever imprinted in their mind. And I'm not even doing it for that, because so many people have been like, yo, now niggas hit me up like, oh yeah, I break, like you was right, you was this, you was that. But before I felt so alone, so it comes from more so like if you my friend, or if I really care about you, then I'm gonna try my hardest to explain this shit to you. But if you're just some person on the street and you're trying to go back and forth, see, that's my problem. You know what it is, Faze? I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, and I don't claim to know everything, right? But when somebody did no research, right? How the fuck you trying to argue with me about something that you never did no research about? And I'm sitting here trying to tell you something. Just listen. You feel me? And then listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Go do your own research, and then we could chop it up. We could talk about it after. But I feel like people just be like, nah, that can't be that. And you know what it is? Like, yeah. So it just be confusing me sometimes. So like, yeah, like I try to like, explain shit to certain people, but I'm not forcing nobody, especially if it don't resonate. I always tell people that, like, if what I'm saying resonates with you, then go ahead. But I done lost a lot of friends in this shit. I done lost family members talking about this shit. Just, you know, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I ain't gonna lie. You know how people be like, oh yeah, you got like when you evolving spiritually, like you lose people around you. I ain't gonna lie, if I didn't tolerate certain people or just I'd be alone. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like if I was to sit here and really not have people like, oh, it call all the negativity out your life. If I was to sit here and do that, I'd be alone in this shit. Just like how I am right now, walking. Like, so it's just like I don't be understanding that shit. Cause I be feeling weird sometimes. Cause I know it's coming. I know it's a shift and all that shit like that. But you know, at the same time too, like I feel like I always say if something confuses you, it's not for you. So if I'm feeling confused about something, I just try to fall back until I feel like I'm ready. I don't think it. You know, I don't want to drive myself insane because it's not that hard. I always tell people, you know, like I seen a quote on Instagram one time and it just said, "Waters that schizophrenics drown in, like shamans swim in them shits." You feel me?
You said what?
I seen a quote on Instagram. I forgot who posted this shit, but they basically said that the same waters that schizophrenic people drown in, shamans swim in them.
Yeah, because
You know?
shamans take. Okay, so here's the thing. Shaman, that's my middle name, by the way. They take the time to focus.
Yeah.
You need a focal point. If everything you're saying, all I'm hearing right now is you need more focus.
For sure,
There's,
bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
there's nothing that's out of your reach. There's actually nothing that you are not able to accomplish in the realm of the achievement that you see. You just need to be able to focus, family. And you're focusing way too much on other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, cause
Listen, you got to
I'm
do.
not really.
Listen, this is what you have to be able to do. You ever heard somebody say you got to be able to put your head down?
Yeah.
That's what we have to be able to do. You have to be able to put your head down, which is really putting your head up and looking to higher realms. You have to
Yeah.
be able to lock in on something and get that thing done. When this is the spell that needs to be dispelled of the spiritual community. They give y'all way too much too soon without explaining to you what the fuck to do with it. So you just walking around with, listen, a lot of people are just regurgitated people who have become masters at the very seasoned and
Exactly.
well-prepared word salad.
Yep. It's like with music.
You understand what I
It's just
just
music.
said?
Yeah.
Okay,
I hear you, brother.
real quick, I want to make sure you understood what I just said. Can you explain to me what I meant?
You said, well, repeat it again, but basically, I'm gonna just bring up an analogy to compare it to what you just said. Basically, you know how you have pioneers in the music industry,
Mm-hmm.
and then everything else after that is just an imitation of that. So you have people like Z York, that everybody was influenced by
So it was
all these
something
rappers.
very important. It was a very important point.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was? I just said it.
Say it again, bro.
And this is
My fault.
what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know what happens, but y'all are
Yeah.
used to that, and you got to stop being used to thinking that we just saying words for the sake of saying them. That's where you have a plane of no action, and the
Yeah.
spiritual community is full of potential, no kinetic.
Nah, yeah.
There's a lot of potential energy over there. We see y'all. It's just no kinetic. We looking out and we see a few different people that make money off of y'all, and y'all think that that potential for them to make money and them showing you they can do that equals kinetic energy that affects the rest of the plane that y'all share with other people who are not awake. Here's the thing that y'all may not be considering. They're going to have children too. Those people who were so-called sleep that you're saying, oh, they don't accept it, let them go, that's it. If you don't really know the science of that, you'll think that that means that you only talk to people who agree with you. That's what a lot of
Yeah.
people mistake for resonate. Sometimes people will resonate with what you're saying, but they're not able to show it at the moment. You understand? Sometimes people will resonate with you, but you ain't gonna get a hell yeah from Dre every time.
Nah,
You
yeah.
understand what I'm explaining to you?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be able to reach more people to reach the few people that you intended to reach, even if it was just that few people, because sometimes that's all it takes to get done what needed to get done. You have to reach a lot of people though before you reach that ratio of people who are gonna say, you know, let's move forward. Word salad is not the way, because when you just got a word salad thrown out here, you know, listen, that's why a lot of people mistook what I was doing on Clubhouse for word salad. Remember them days?
Yeah, bro.
They didn't like when I spoke. The main
Yeah.
reason when I spoke that they didn't like was because people listened. And when people ask questions, what would happen? When people would ask me questions, what would happen?
People was, try to take your green bean away or just be hating, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
Okay, so you saw the other side of that. What the part I was bringing forth was, and they did do that a lot of times.
Yeah, but they're also
They
like
got their
people are so
answers.
eager to always ask. Yeah, like oh yeah,
People
for sure.
would get their questions answered,
So
and the
everything.
majority of the so-called moderators on the stage were so used to word salad. That's what they thought I was doing. They thought I was one of
All
them.
right,
But
so
then
look, hold on, my
it's
fault,
not
bro.
enough to just. I see you. It's not enough to just regurgitate points, right? You see one of the brothers out there. Well,
No,
they ain't nobody on post.
I don't know. I shit in my hood, so I just walked over here.
Yeah, normally they post, but I don't see no brother right there.
Yeah, so,
Okay,
I don't
but
know.
if you see one of the brothers, tell them I said Rahu back.
Or,
All right. So back this out. The word salad ain't enough. That approach is what people thought was getting people to walk with Faise. So they were trying to imitate that. They tried to also imitate 360 teaching, which is where you get a lot of people just sitting there just talking. They just say a whole bunch of words, and then you ask them a question about something that they said, and they're not able to explain it. This is why I'm telling you, people have the ability to just regurgitate something very well. But then when you need to explain what that is, you can't talk about it. Yeah, melanin. Excuse me. Can you explain to me about the melano cortin 1 receptor? No. Oh, you don't know what that is? Can you tell me about R151C, the
yeah,
mutation? No?
yo, Faze,
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm fake one of those people though, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like,
Huh?
cause it's just, I'm fake one of those people, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
You,
I feel
what?
like
What is the lingo you said?
I said I'm fake one of those people, just a
But
little
that's
bit. Like,
basically like saying slick. You saying you slick one of them?
no, I'm saying I said I'm fake. Like not. I'm not like that, but I am just a little bit.
Okay,
Like
that means slick.
I
Okay,
have
I'm
a
just trying
hard
to see.
time.
Okay, I just learned something. I didn't know what you.
Yeah,
That means
it's like
slick.
some New
We
York
say
shit. Like
slick down here. Like yo, I'm slick getting tired of you talking. So obviously I'm fake
yeah,
getting. Damn,
like
okay.
I'm a little like cause you know what it is, bro. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm probably a little bit on the spectrum. You feel me? But it's kind of hard for me to explain shit sometimes because I be feeling like I got too much shit going on in my
Because you
brain. So if I
listen.
was to sit here, hold on, if I was to sit here
Go
and
ahead,
try
go
to
ahead.
explain everything that I'm going on about,
Mhm.
I would be fucking nuts, bro.
The
I
only
ain't
thing
gonna
about
lie to you, bro.
it with somebody like myself, family, I'm very perspicacious. Okay, and it's because of all of the different terrains I done traveled and waters I done traveled.
Yeah,
I'm
like
telling you
word be
what
saying.
you need to do.
Talk to me.
You need to learn to focus more on a thing. You done figured out how to be spiritual, which absolutely means nothing.
That eyes.
You need to be able to focus and concentrate on a thing.
All right. So let me tell you what I did recently. So I
Right.
look. I don't know if y'all see, but like I lost like 40. I was 234 when I started, and now I'm 185. So
Okay.
I lost. I don't know how many pounds I did off the top of my head, but I did a 17-day
Mm-hmm.
fast, organic fruit juicing, right? While
Mm-hmm.
I was doing that, I cleansed my colon, I cleansed my lymphatic system, I was removing the heavy metals on my body, I was shitting out worms and all that.
Yeah.
You feel me? But I more so did it to show people that was around me, like, yo, you could do it too.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you? I did it to show people because I ain't gonna lie to you, I got exposed to mold. So in my apartment, it had mold in it, so I had to cleanse. You know what I'm saying? Like my lungs was all fucked up. I'm like, I don't really like hospitals too much. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm like, I take my own shit into my own hands. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to sit here and rely on somebody else to. Nobody know my body better than me. So I did a 17-day fast. I switched my whole diet around, and then you know, I was throwing up and shit like that, and I was drinking soursop bitters, and you know, cause a lot of people around me, you know how New York City is. I don't know if you know, bro. I gotta bring you out here one day. It's very low vibrational. You know, I feel like we be knowing what we need to do, but we just don't do it. Like, you know how many of my grandparents or my family members died from cancer from eating rice and beans and pork chops, and we still eat that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with me, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't eat pork per se, but like, you know, it's like sometimes I eat fucked up, you know. But it's just like I wonder when it's gonna come to a point because we be knowing exactly what we need to do, we just don't do it. So for me, like, I'll give you an example. Like TMI, but one of my cousins told me that she got PCOS. So I told her, I'm like, yo, I'll do a fast with you. Like, what's up? Like, I was trying to explain to all my family members, yo, every disease is curable with the right knowledge and herbs and fasting. There's not one thing there's not one thing that's not, if you catch it in the right time, there's not one thing that you can't heal your body from. Especially with the mental fortitude, you know what I'm saying, with the mind also. Because if you don't believe, you'll never see. you know. So it's just like that. So that's one way. Cause like I said, it's hard for me to speak a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the best speaker. I'll be having a
Take
lot of
public
shit going on.
speaking. Yeah, look, you can go on YouTube and type in public speaking crash course. Take. I'm not trying to be funny. I actually taught
Nah, for
public
sure.
speaking for 2 months. You can become a better speaker with focus and practice.
So I know, bro.
So I'm telling you,
That's why
if you want to learn how to speak better, take a public speaking
it's
course
more
online.
so. It's more so. You know what it is for me, Faze?
Mm-hmm.
Like how you said, a lot of people regurgitate the
Yeah,
information,
yeah,
right? I'm not one of those people that do that. See, for me, I try to formulate my own thoughts and come to my own truths.
right,
I like to search everywhere. I search everywhere and I come down to my own understanding. And it might not be the best understanding at the moment, but I'm not hard on myself and I don't beat myself up. You feel me?
right.
Like I never do that. I'm an alchemist. I know. I know what I was sent here for. It's just I have to step into my true power. But unfortunately, it's gonna take a little longer. Well, not that it is gonna take a little longer. It's just a little harder right now because I just genuinely feel like I'll be surrounded by negativity. You know what I'm saying? Just, like I said, if I was to sit here and cut out everything, I'd be alone. I wouldn't have
Yeah,
no
okay,
friends,
so then
no family members.
you may be alone already. What you're saying
Or
is if you acknowledge the truth, it will be a little more uncomfortable.
yeah, like you know how many times I be seeing shit, like even with my family, or even with, and it probably some of them is on here. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? Like even with my family, there's certain people like I be telling them like, yo, like you gotta do this, do that, do that. I'm trying to help you. They don't want to do it. All right. So that in my head, I did like not to say it like that because I will always try hard for my brothers, my sisters, my mother. I always go to I drain myself because I ain't gonna lie, I used to do it. I'm an empath. I used to do that a lot, bro. I used to drain myself trying to explain shit to certain people and shit like that, and I just feel so like, damn, man, I feel fucking weak or something.
Yeah, because you got more work
But
to do on you.
yeah,
When I'm telling you, you have more work to do on you because the ability to take a deep breath and let people make their own decisions. Stop attempting to disenfranchise people. You offer them something. If they don't want it, you still offered it. You know what I'm explaining to
yeah,
you? You gave them the opportunity to do it. That moment where you like, I feel drained. I'm trying to. That's because you're overexerting yourself. You
yeah.
know what
But
I'm
it's only
saying?
because I care about them.
Huh?
You know, it's only because I care about
Yeah,
them. I'll be like, yo, like,
it's care and then there's control. If you care about
yeah,
somebody, you have to allow them to grow. You have to allow
mm-hmm,
them to make their own decisions.
yeah,
You can't. When the moment you start infringing, you're in violation, and
yep,
that's why you get drained. I know what I've gone through it.
yeah,
As you keep going in your ascension, you'll be able to say, "Yo, the focal point still has to be self, right? Why do you want people to know this? You want people to experience this because you experience it, or you want people to experience it because you think it's a good idea?
yeah,
If you think it's a good idea that y'all should fast, and you ain't even fasting yourself.
yep. That's
Listen,
why I
I
did
did
what
a nine
I
day
did.
fast, right? I did a 9-day fast, and shout out to you for your 17-day
Straight
fast. All right, which that took focus and concentration for you to be able to do that.
yeah,
Right?
I
I did
lost.
a 9-day
I'm the
fast,
skinniest I've ever
and
been.
I did it with the people that I was telling to do it. So if they didn't do it, that was fine. I still offered it. I don't get drained.
Mm-hmm.
So two things you need to work on. The one thing is focus. You need more focus. I mean, you need to be able to take more time to yourself, and you have to be able to sit with yourself, literally. If you can't sit with yourself for 9 hours straight in thought without sleeping, if you can't just sit with you,
Yeah,
then go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm comfortable in my skin, but only because, like, during the pandemic, like, I really focused on my solitude. Like, I really focused on that solely, like, being alone.
Right.
But, like, now I'm on some shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, Faze. I don't know what this shit stemmed from. It could be some other shit. But I gotta have a girl. Like, not
That's
in a
fine. Yeah.
relationship, but I
And
have to have
listen,
a girl. Like, I
even
can't
if you
do it.
have a girl,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
listen,
I can't do without a queen, but I need a queen always. Like,
you
I
said
can't do
what?
it. Like I need a queen always. Like not to say like I'm always in a relationship, but it's like you know
Okay,
what I'm saying. Like I
I
always
get
need.
it. So
Like I
when
don't like
you
being alone
tell
in
me
that
certain
sense.
things, if I'm the type of person where I can tell you what to do, right?
Yeah,
You're gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. All
I'm
right.
listening, brother.
It's still gonna align the same way. You still gotta learn how to focus more. You still have to be able to sit with self. Even if you got a girl, you still gotta be able to sit still and just see life and see yourself in it. You This is what happens. People getting torn in too many different directions. And then your works are not able. to show. Your thoughts are not able to be tangible and put in place for people to see. When I say, yo, we about to go big with this shit, right? When you look at Clubhouse, I'll give you an example, not to brag, just to show you something, right?
I really
Remember
him, bro.
the
Did that shit.
Mugans,
Yeah, shout out to
shout out to
Mugen. I seen.
Mugen,
I fuck with him.
Bishop
So I fuck.
Hollis, all the rest of them,
Yeah.
right? Remember them days when we was all in the different rooms, Omar's,
I'm
all
glad
of
I
them.
got to experience that, brother.
And
You don't understand how much that shit
everybody
shifted my
was
whole
saying
reality.
what they were saying about Phase 1 and what he was doing. Everybody had something to say. Okay, I saluted all of them. Everybody I named though had something to say, and they thought I didn't hear it at certain times, but they all had something to say, especially when they thought I wasn't in the room. Right? Who did the work, Brick?
I say Mugen because I still follow, bro. I don't know about anybody else,
The
and I
one who
say
did the
myself.
work, I'll give you the answer. It's Phase 1. He did.
Nah, you definitely
Work.
did that shit.
Huh?
Definitely, I say you definitely did
The
that shit,
work
brother.
was to reach more of the people with this message.
You know what's so crazy, bro? Before I even knew you, bro.
Right?
Like I said, I've been spiritually aware since, like, not like I hate using that word. What word should I replace that with?
Huh?
What word should I replace
You
that
have to
word
know what
spiritual?
you mean first.
All right, so
What do you mean by spiritually aware?
so like, all right, so before I get into that, I'm gonna just tell you this. Like before anything, right? Before I don't know, I had a few spiritual experiences. Like when I was younger, I used to have a lot of sleep paralysis, and I learned how to turn that sleep paralysis into out of body experiences, and that's really my shit. Like I know how to, not to say I know how to, or whatever case may be. I feel like I've done a lot of astral projecting. I'm pretty good at it, and I'm pretty good at lucid dreaming. That's really my shit. So, you know, I because I used to have a lot of sleep paralysis as a kid. But what I will say is that before, I was really, you know, at a certain level in consciousness. I seen your video on social media when it was like, yo, 15-year-old Mason breaks down certain shit. I seen that when I was, because we were around the same age. I'm 27. For me, like everybody in this shit talking about I'm young. I'm aging gracefully. You see me.
Yeah.
I'm 27 years old. I'm unk status. You feel me? And it's crazy because I'm a little older than you. You know what I'm saying? How old are you, gang?
I'm 26.
26. You feel me? But when you were 16, I seen that video of you on Facebook, and I was like, I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? And then I got to meet you. You understand?
Yeah.
And then like it always happens like that. Like I'll give you another example. You ever seen the movie The Knowing with Nicolas Cage? I used to watch that movie all the time when I was 7 years old, 8 years old, for no reason. I used to be like, why the fuck you keep watching this shit? Faise, I promise you, when I watched it as an adult, like probably like a year and a half ago, I shed tears because it all made sense to me, bro. It all made sense to me, and I be feeling like, well, I be having like premonitions, I already seen how this shit gonna go, I already seen how this shit gonna play out. But I also understand that we got free will and there's different doors that you can open. But I be feeling like I be seeing into the future, like I be dreaming about shit, and I don't know how to explain it, bro. I don't know if you could help me out on this one, but I experienced that a lot. When I was a kid, it was so bad, bro, that it was hard for me to differentiate the dream world and the physical reality. You know, because I used to dream so much, and I didn't know how to talk about this shit to my mom or anything like that. So I knew at a young age, like I had to take this shit into my own hands. You feel me? So, you know, I started doing more research about it as I got older. And
So
I
here's
learned
what
how
I
to
need you
astral project.
to do.
So,
And you can do it if you would like to. What you need is more focus.
yeah,
Right?
for sure.
So what you can do is, there's how many days in a week? 7, right?
Yeah.
How many colors in the rainbow? 7. As far as just the basic of the spectrum. What I need you to do is you need to, what's today? Tuesday? You need to plan for the following Monday. Okay? Give Monday a color, give Tuesday a color. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you need to make that color your focus for the duration of the entire day, for each of those days and each of those colors. This is a focus exercise. It's going to help you. Meaning, when you wake up on the AM or the rising of Monday, if your color is blue, you need to get you a pen and write it down. Put it on your wall, right? Walk around, listen to things about the color blue, right? Talk about the color blue. You can get you a crayon, draw different pictures with the color blue. Blue need to be your focus for Monday. If you find yourself like, ooh, the red one, you fucked up. Start over again.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I think, like I told you, bro, like I'm not even trying to be funny. People say probably think I'm trying to be funny. I think I'm on the spectrum a little bit, and I definitely know I got ADHD and shit. So it just
That's
be
fine.
hard for me.
And look,
It be
that's
hard for
okay.
my brain. It be hard
Mm-hmm.
for my brain to like anybody see people laughing. I'm not trying to
It's
be
just
funny.
you have a lot of thoughts that you want to place
Hell yeah,
in
bro.
different
Like
areas. I'm just telling you,
I be
you're
crashing
not
out in
much
my
different
head,
from
bro.
the average person. You're just admitting it more. All of us got something
Yeah.
going on up here, fam. You just saying
Yo,
it more.
that should be, bro. Faze, I promise you,
Did you
bro.
catch
I do.
what the exercise was that I told you?
Yeah, you told me with the. Nah, you told me to if I can't focus on the color, if I can't focus on the color, I gotta start over. But you told me
All
to
right, check this out. Here's what I
match
need
up
you
the
to
days
do.
of the week,
I need
match up
you
the
to
days of the week
tell,
with the
listen,
color.
listen, listen. Brick, I need you to just tell me what it was I was saying. Just tell me what the exercise is.
Oh, to match up the days of the week with a color.
Okay,
Yeah.
boom. And then,
And if I think of a different color on that day,
not
switch it. I gotta
if
start
you
all over.
think of a different color, if you find yourself, you done got distracted and you're focusing on another one or doing something else with another color.
Yeah.
So my reason, you see why I brought you back there? Because we done reached like 9 different points and
Yeah,
we
bro.
were
I ain't
never
gonna,
able to finish either one of them.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's
I'm
not
like
saying
that.
that these are not good points. It's saying that you need to be able to center in order to know when a point is started and when a point is complete.
Sorry,
That's going to help you in your organization through your life. And organization don't always look organized. Take it from me. A lot of creators be able to identify with that. You know what I mean? My room ain't always clean. However, I know when to clean it. Some
sure.
people clean their room every day. My room ain't always clean. That ain't even realistic for me to think. Okay, because I'm always putting somewhere. However, you need to be aware of when to clean it. That'll help you in your again your ascension process because you got the Einstein effect where you crazy, your hair ain't done, you know what I mean, and everything is on the wall.
Nah, yeah, I told
But
you, bro. Like,
you're not if you're not careful, you if you write too big, you run out of space.
yeah, like I ain't gonna lie. I
Yeah,
told you, bro.
okay, then you have to be spatially aware.
My brain
Yeah,
be all over the place, bro.
so does everybody's.
I ain't gonna lie. But I
So
think,
that's what I
oh
will
shit.
offer you to do. I want to make sure that other people get the opportunity to speak too. And I will
Oh yeah.
offer you to do that. That's a focal exercise, a focus exercise. And you can get in touch with me and tell me how it went, right?
No, yeah, I was gonna ask you to send me your math so we keep in touch, bro. I would love to chop it up with you more if I got any questions. I'm not no weird ass person, man.
Yeah,
Shit, you feel me? Like,
yeah. I don't think
but
you're
yeah,
weird.
like,
I
no,
don't
no,
think you're
I'm
weird.
just saying because I already know how the internet be, and you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to ease your conscience a little more. You feel me? But
Okay.
one thing I did want to ask you before I go, bro, but one thing I will say before I ask that is that it was a pleasure talking to you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely been watching since 2020, watching the
Mm-hmm.
growth process. I seen the grind, I seen the hustle, I seen the ambition. It inspires me. It just make me think we the same age. I don't ever beat myself up because I definitely know I could be doing more. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to do more. That's all it's about. But
And
it
you
gives me more motivation
will
and
do
hope.
more.
I will do more, but it gives me more motivation and hope that we the same age. Or I'm
Mm-hmm.
a little older than you, but you have that mind that you have, and it inspires me, brother. But one thing I will ask you, cause like I be on and off the live sometimes, but I just really want to know, brother. Like what's your problem with like Brother Panic and Bobby Hemmett for real, for real? Cause it's like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I fuck with Dr. Malachi York. Thank you, cause I have a lot of his books. You know, I can't remember the top of my head, but because there's a lot of it's nothing. I got a lot of books. You feel me? I be reading I think a little too much sometimes. But I'm saying though,
Mm-hmm.
like what you think? Cause you know, I'm asking this not to, cause I think I know the answer or anything like that. I'm just asking from a point of I just want to know, cause I genuinely fuck with the Bobby Hemmings. I fuck with the Phil Valentines. I fuck with the Brother Panics, and I just want to know. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, I never told people that. Listen, that's why I tell people if you get your information from these people and you think it's valid and it's applicable, still you can get your information from it however you want to.
yeah,
Brother Panic was teaching people to worship Baphomet. You understand? He was leading
yeah,
people to the goal. And
yeah,
that's in violation of the day and time we're in. We're not under the moon. And nobody's supposed to be walking around with moons on their forehead. That's in violation of the
yeah,
time we in. If we say, everybody say, oh, this is the Aquarian age, they just copying Pops. Or everybody say, oh, this is the sun cycle, they're just copying Dr. Malachi York. All right, if that's what people are saying, then should nobody be vibrating or teaching from any schools that are beneath that? And for everybody
yeah,
to be aligning with the Knights Templar, and telling people that that's where they need to be at,
Yeah.
then that's behind. That's left behind. So I was telling people, don't get left behind following these people. You want to listen to Brother Panic, you can. You find yourself worshiping an image of a goat that you didn't even draw your damn self. You
Yeah.
just fall up into the category of all these other people that you say you're above, Christians and Muslims alike. And it still
Yep.
becomes another religion where you're following a messenger of that religion, and you got this image that you're worshiping, okay, but you're not even understanding what it actually is and what it means. And that's the same thing with Bobby Hemmett. All these people, they were teaching people toward darkness. And Bobby Hemmett spoke out against Dr. Malachi York. You
Yeah.
understand? So
You,
by default, I don't rock with Bobby Hemmett for that reason by default. And then also
he did.
Bobby Hemmett
He did.
didn't know what
He
he
spoke
just
up. He spoke out against York.
yeah.
That's
Type in Bobby Hemmett Dr.
crazy.
York on YouTube. Check it out for yourself.
Yeah.
So other than that, just
One
remember.
more question. One more question.
Go ahead.
Because like I said, like I'm always open to hear different perspectives. So you just clarified that for Bobby
Okay.
Hemmett. You know, I like to take everything. I take everything with a grain of salt.
Copy.
You know what I'm saying? I know that at the end of the day, there is no spoon. There is no truth. The truth is what you make it. But I also wanted to ask you, like, do you what's his name? What's his name? How did Pops feel about Kalindi E?
About who?
You know Kalindi E?
No.
Alright, never mind. It's just somebody that I fuck with. You know, he's a part of. Oh,
Yeah.
but yeah. All right, before I go, one last thing. I'm dash after this. I'm dash done.
Okay, go
It's just I've been wanting to talk to you for mad long, but I ain't gonna lie to you.
good.
I've been wanting to chop it up with you for mad long, like for probably like 4 years. I ain't
All
gonna lie
good.
to you, but I wanted to ask you, bro. Like, I dead cannot stop smoking weed, bro. I could not eat food. I could everything else in check. You know, I can control my penis. I can control my stomach. I control my.
That's
I
good.
cannot
That's good.
stop fucking smoking weed, bro.
Why you say that? Why
I
would you
can't.
curse
Bro, I
yourself?
don't
Okay,
know.
so
I
you
don't know
start with
why, bro. I'm
what you
really
just
like.
said. Start with what you said. You say you can't. Why would you say that? Yes, you can.
Because I told you, Faise, all my friends smoke weed. If I
Okay,
ain't
so
like, you know
what?
what I'm
All
saying?
right,
Like,
just here. All right, you
not
want me
to
to
say
talk to
like
you like a brother?
that.
Listen? I'm gonna talk to you like a brother. I'm not even gonna ask you. Okay, so what?
I wouldn't be. I
So
wouldn't
what?
congregate
Listen,
with my
I was in the
friends.
hood. I was in the streets. Everybody smoked weed, ran trains. I didn't do that. I didn't participate. Everybody was drinking lean. I didn't participate.
I was just drinking lean the other day. See, that's the
Okay,
problem,
so all
bro.
right, so then if you're gonna listen, this is why you drain. You think it's because you're trying to help people, they won't listen. No, it's because you know you can do better and you just won't. You have to make the decision. That's what's really draining you because you're actually seeing a mirror of people in yourself, right? And you want to help them, but you ain't helped you yet. Don't say you can't stop because that's not true. Speak the truth and life will be easier for you. You can stop. Here's what can help you. Attempt moderation, right? Now, I'm letting it be known on a record, you don't even smoke weed. You were just using a hypothetical analogy. You're not a weed smoker.
Yeah.
Let's just say hypothetically you were. Okay. If you hypothetically did smoke, here's what I would advise you to do hypothetically. First of all, you need to understand what your input and output is. Your input is how much marijuana you would hypothetically be receiving in your system weekly, right? And if that's too big or broad, you do daily. And you also need to know what your output is, meaning how much money are you on average putting out toward marijuana daily. Once you figure that out, okay, hypothetically, how many times do you smoke a day?
I ain't gonna lie to you, Face is bad, bro. I'm rolling up right now, bro. I got like
Okay.
I probably
Okay.
smoke like I'm
So
company.
hypothetically, you rolling up right? Do you know where we at? We are on Instagram, on live. Okay.
I know.
So you're hypothetically rolling up right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many times? I'm not, bro. You understand? I'm not judging you.
How many times
I want to
smoke
make
it?
sure we clear on that. You understand? I'm not judging you, right?
I know.
Oh, okay,
It's
cool.
hard for me to talk about because I'm not proud of it. You feel
Okay,
me?
I get you.
Shit, like
I
I ain't
did
gonna
things
lie,
I
that
wasn't
shit got
proud
a
of.
hold. Shit got a hold of me at this point. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Okay, listen, and everybody been dealing with different vices. I dealt with vices also, fam. You ain't the only person. I understand it. So again, you're just voicing yours, which actually makes you stronger. All right, so cool. Let's deal with it like this. How many times a day do you say hypothetically that you smoke?
I'm gonna come clean. If I'm not at work and it's like I'm off, if I'm off work, I'm probably smoking at least like probably like every hour of the day if I'm up. Like,
Okay, so about like what?
I just be like
7, 8
probably
times.
probably like the max probably like 6 grams of weed. You feel me? 6 blunts, 6 split. I smoke with the tobacco. That's another thing. I smoke with a little
I
bit of
was just gonna
grabba,
keep
so
with
that
weed
shit make it.
for right now.
Nah, yeah,
Like hypothetical.
I smoke grabba with the weed, so it make it a little worse too. You feel me? But yeah,
Okay,
probably
so
like 6, 7 blunts
so
a
let's
day.
say 7 times daily. Around that time,
Yeah.
we're gonna put a ceiling on that. All right, around 7 times daily, right? Okay, cool. And I need everybody in the comments. I need y'all to relax. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all need to be able to see what's going on for real.
Yeah, like,
Okay, cool.
I'm not even
So
like.
7 times daily. We know one thing. It costs, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know shit about what you're talking about for one. So you're gonna have to really literally tell me because I don't really know the answer, especially right now because I don't keep up because I don't smoke.
All right, so like, all right,
How much?
I'll give you
How much per blunt would you say you or gram whatever? How much you spending
on a weekly basis. I'm spending like 200 a week on
and
weed.
daily?
Daily, we keep it at like probably like just to, I don't really know too like
30,
daily, but like it'll have to be
40,
like
50.
probably like yeah, $40 a day
Okay,
probably.
cool. So check this out. We know you got money. You got money coming in. All right. Some
Yeah,
type of way, and that money is being put toward a habit. Watch this.
literally.
All right. Can you get it down hypothetically to 1 a day?
I ain't gonna. You don't have to put me in the straitjacket, bro.
No, I
Like,
wouldn't. I
but
have
that's
to
the thing though.
put you. Is there a gym in your? Is there a gym in your community?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
So
I know I could do it, but I'm
hold
just on the
on, hold
phone
on.
right now.
If
Talk to
there's
me.
a gym in your community, I need you to find out how much the membership is. We know you have money.
Yo, hold on. Somebody said, "What if I drop 200 a week in
I
stocks
dare
or
not
investments?"
listen. If we're gonna do it
My
like that,
fault.
you
Nah,
might as well just DM me
my fault.
because
Nah,
I'm
my fault,
talking
bro.
to
I'm so
you. Like
sorry. I'm
I'm
so
not
sorry,
trying to be
bro.
funny. I'm like, yo, I got you.
Yeah.
I care about you.
Nah, y'all can't. Nah, my fault,
All
bro.
right.
'Cause
So check
I'm
this
not
out.
even. Yo, I genuinely need help, bro. I'm
So
not even
check
gonna lie
this
to you.
out. You got to help you.
Mm-hmm.
What Dr. Melakazi you're teaching is the helping hand you're looking for is at the end of your own arm, right?
That's deep.
So I can say whatever I want to say and sound good up here. If you don't do nothing with it, it'll be the same thing. I'm looking forward to you telling me what is the difference that you found a month from now. That's what I'm looking forward to. All right. So here's what I'll say: find out the gym in your community and how much it costs for a membership, right?
Mm-hmm.
You hear what I'm saying?
I'm
Because
listening to
you
you,
got
brother.
the money to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a gym membership, family. And when you're active in a gym, you're going to need to do 2 things. For one, you're going to have to exercise and you're going to have to hydrate. This is going to keep you flowing, right? It might be hard to start, but the exercising component is going to give you a dopamine rush. It's called positive dopamine. And then when you see more progress, is going to be that positive outlook on self, that positive body image that's going to also give you a push and motivate you to keep going. And then your aura will shift or your human atmosphere will start shifting. And then you start looking at your reward system differently. All right. In your brain, meaning now it's like, okay, if you go and smoke, it's because you done put in a day's work and you earned it. Not because, this is what I'm saying, this is just the beginning stages. And not because you just sitting around and you want to give yourself a cheap rush.
Mm-hmm.
You got to earn it. This is what you put in your brain. I'm strong enough to earn my reward. You with me? Same way you work, right?
Yeah, I got a job.
Okay, cool. So you get up and you go to work. All
Mm-hmm.
right. The weed man didn't earn your money, bro. That's your shit.
I know.
You gotta stop looking out for him so much. What the fuck? What did he do for you other than just provide you some shit that didn't help you, and you wanna break away from it. So that weed man don't give a damn about you. So you have to. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to start thinking your relationship with this demon. And yes, it is a demon right
No,
now.
that's a fact. No, that's a
You
fact. I
understand?
understand that.
Not
Trust me, bro.
saying this person is a demon in
No,
their own life
I'm
and
already
they
knowing. You
hurting
don't gotta
people.
explain. I'm already
Okay.
knowing. I'm
So
already
you
knowing.
have to rethink your relationship with this demon. Just because somebody is there for you, giving you what you want, don't mean they care about you. That's how the rest of these drug dealers got big in our communities and say, oh, I was giving people book bags for school. You still fuck their grandmama up. You still fuck their granddad up, their mama up, all of them. You the reason why they need you to give them a book bag because can't nobody keep a job because everybody is feeding and feeding on these drugs. So here's what I'm saying. Rethink your relationship. I'm going to keep it simple. Get a gym membership. I'm telling you what to do. That means before the end of this week, you should be telling me, yo, I got.
I'm telling you, send me your number, bro. I'm gonna send you a
I'm
screenshot.
okay.
I need a copy of my
We gonna
gym
do that.
shit.
We gonna do
You
that.
know what I'm saying? I'm like, not to say it like that, but I
We
ain't
gonna
gonna
do
lie.
that.
I'm
We
one
gonna
of
do
those people.
that.
I just need a little push. Like I know what I need
I
to do.
got
Just a
you.
little
I
push
got you.
sometimes.
I
You know what I'm
got
saying?
you. Listen, we
Like,
gonna do that. Listen, get the
a little
membership
push
right,
sometimes.
and then,
Yeah.
huh?
I say, yeah. I just need a little push sometimes. That's it.
We all do.
Yeah.
Get the membership, and then put yourself down to one a day, and that means you gotta literally push yourself. You gotta wake up, and if you gotta scream and yell, you know when you ever been in the gym, right? And you gotta get that last one in, and you gotta yell through it. If you gotta scream, yell, and punch the pillows, nigga, to get yourself excited enough to get up, you need to do that. And you have to clock yourself to figure out where the habit lives, because the habit don't just come to you and say what's up. The habit has different homes. The habit might have a home for your eating periods. So if you feel like you got to roll up to eat, that's where that habit lives. You got to evict them. If you feel like you got to roll up to have a conversation with somebody, that's where the habit lives. You got to evict them. You will have to start making new habits of doing these things without that habit being present. It can't live there no more. So listen, if you have to give marijuana a face, a name, a body, all right, you have to start being able to take control of that reality concerning that being and say, you can't live here no more. So here's what I'm giving you. Get the gym membership, get yourself down to one time a day. You have to pick what day it is, what time of the day it is. I would advise you not to pick in the morning because you'll just be trying to fool yourself, right? You pick in the morning, you're going to try to fool yourself. You're going to be like, I can just do it right now, and then I'm good for the rest of the day. No, that's just a cheap way out. Next thing you know, you're looking for something to wind down with, all right? So you need gym membership. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm prescribing you gym membership, right? What else? Moderation. I'm not suggesting cold turkey. I'm suggesting moderation, meaning one a day. That's what you have to start with. It's gonna be tough. It's not supposed to be easy, but the days are moving fast anyway. Look at the time that it's taking for you to roll up, hypothetically, right? That's time. So it ain't like you ain't got it. You got time. You got money. This is just you put it in different places. So you get your gym membership, you do your moderation, and then you need another hobby, something that you can do. Like, okay, you got a girl now.
Now I don't got a girl. I'm just saying I always need fine shit.
Okay, let me tell you something.
That's my
First of all,
problem.
being in the gym, one or two things gonna happen immediately. You're gonna find somebody that's gonna be a girlfriend for you, or you're gonna start being able to, just out of your aura changing alone, you're gonna start attracting, right, the women that you want to be in your life anyway. Same thing with the semen retention and all of that. Listen, I bear witness to it. I know it works. So if the aura shift has a lot to do with you attracting what you say you want, a queen or a goddess in your life, right? Okay, you cook?
Of course.
You say, of course. I feel offended. No,
Damn, brother.
this is the end of the conversation.
Yeah.
Man, fuck this nigga, man. Okay, forget everything I said. But nah, I don't
I'll be
cook.
cooking, bro. I don't cook.
No, stop. Because what you didn't have to do was say, of course, like niggas just cook. No, I don't cook. I wish. Listen, no, never mind.
I'm gonna come clean, but I'm gonna come clean with you. It's because I was raised by a single mother. You know what I'm saying? And I got two younger
too,
sisters.
but that don't have nothing to do with
I
it.
got
That's
two
what I'm
younger
trying to tell you.
sisters, so it's like, you feel me? Like
Said what?
I said I was raised by a single mother and I got 2 younger sisters. So
Me too,
it hit
nigga. But
that's
that don't mean
crazy.
nothing. I don't like this
Nah,
man no more, bro. And we not helping him.
that's why
Whatever
like
he did, I don't care.
that's why like bro, I ain't gonna lie. I got a different relationship with women. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like, I really worship women. I love women,
Nah,
but
look.
it's like
Okay, yeah, I hear you. So check this out. It's good that you
keep
cook,
keep it
right?
on
So
type shit.
then when you get you a sister that you're dealing with, that could be a part of the lineup. Be like, yo, come over. You got your own place or you stay with someone? I'm not trying to get in your life like that. I know we on live.
Nah, yeah, I'm Bobby. I'm good. I'm good. I got my own shit.
Okay, that's good. Okay, cool. So then you could be like, yo, come over. I'm about to whip some shit up. What's your favorite thing to whip up?
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Probably like I love pasta. I like chicken cutlets. Them shits. Chicken
Oh, that.
cutlet, pasta, like yeah, like.
Thanks.
But I was vegetarian for like 3 years before up until
You're not
recently.
really
I was
saying too
vegetarian for like.
many dishes, nigga. Okay, so okay. Chicken, cutlets, that what you said?
I eat a lot. Yeah, I eat a lot of fried chicken. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
And
I eat a lot
and
of
what
fried
else you
chicken.
said?
Pasta,
Pasta. Okay,
yeah,
cool. So what
type
types
shit.
of different? My point is this: you can be like, "Yo, come over. That I'm about to whoop something up for you," and that could be your thing for a little bit, or you can do it for some friends and just or family. Be like, "Yo, I'm cooking today. Y'all come over," and it takes time to cook, right? So that
Yeah.
means you put your music on, right?
Uh-huh.
And you whatever you vibing out, you cooking, boom, you whipping up. Everybody come over, you cook, eat with the family, eat with the girl, whoever you brought over. You can go, listen, let me tell you something. You can go live and cook on live.
Yeah, that's another
People,
thing. When I did that fast, the 17-day fast, I ain't post nothing on Instagram about it or nothing. Like
yeah.
I feel like I should have, but that's not why I did it. I did it for me. But next fast I do, I'm gonna make some content out of it. You feel me?
Yeah,
'Cause I
that's
feel
what
like
I'm saying.
I
So
want to
look,
learn for myself first. You know what I'm saying?
when you
And
cook,
experience it.
on live if you need to, make posts about it, whatever. My point is, you're gonna need some things to do to fill up your time. If you got time to just sit and walk or whatever and smoke, you got time to do other things. You just need to be able to do those other things. So
Yeah.
get the membership, moderate yourself, figure out what hobby it is, even if it's cooking. Get your girl, whatever you need to do, and you need to have for at least a month, hypothetically, a reward blunt. One. If you're doing 7, 8, whatever, however many a day, you need to be able to get you immediately go to one reward at the end of your day is what I suggest. And that's because you earned it. You done worked through, you done did the reps, you done been in the gym, you went jogging. That's another thing you need to add to yourself. Jogging daily. If it's 3 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles daily. This is gonna help you. This is gonna really literally help you fight the demon. And then, you know what I'm saying, get that reward, then you meditate instead of just getting high. You take in the herb and you're meditating. You feel what I'm saying? You meditate on something. Put on your 432 hertz and you sit and you focus. Really, that's what meditation will be for you at that point. You focus and just concentrate or center in and be grateful for what you did that day. You know what I mean? Think about the day that's coming, or just relax and let go and just let the thoughts do what they do while you find yourself in the center, which most people don't know what that is. You just let go of the thoughts, let them do whatever, and you center in. That's what I advise you to do. It ain't nothing that, you can't, don't ever say that. I can't stop. Yes, you can. Now I gave you something that if you just needed me, you didn't need me. If you wanted me to hold you accountable for something you can do, I just did it. If you wanted me to confirm something that you already knew, I just did it. I just read it, gave it to you. This will help you if you do it. You just have to
For
do it.
sure.
You got the last word.
Nah, yeah, I appreciate you for putting that like into perspective for me, so that because you, like I said, we all know what we need to be doing, but when you say it, it's like I understand. Like now I got a plan, some type of routine that I could abide by, so that I could get to the next level. Because I genuinely feel like I said one thing I need to do. I need to move somewhere that's always hot for a little bit, and change my environment, and I definitely need to start smoking weed because I feel like it's gonna help me get to the next level in my life right now. Like, I feel that shit every day. Cause I see how it affect my work and affect my relationships. Like I had a girl tell me the other day, like, what do you like when you sober? And I couldn't even answer that question. what I'm saying? I was just like, and like she like that shit like it figured hurt my head. Like I couldn't even answer that shit. Like cause I started thinking about it. Like, am I different when I smoke or like? Cause you know what it is with me, Faise. I'm gonna come clean with you. I'm from. Let's just say I've been smoking every day heavily since 18. Right, I'm 27 now. Right. I'll just say it like this. If we want to add up all the time that I missed a spliff in those time periods, I'll probably say like a month or 2 months in the past 9 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I not to say it like that, but I always had money to smoke. Like I always had money to smoke. I always had access to certain shit. So it's like nothing. Like I ain't never like that's one thing though. Like I ain't gonna lie. I take care of myself though. I'm not out here. Yo, I need like I'm taking care of myself too. Like I'm not out here just crashing over some weed. Like I'm not smoking spray weed either. Like I ain't. Shit fucked up over here. People be smoking blueberry pop tart weed and should be having artificial terps on it. Like I'm not getting that freaky with it. That shit is crazy to me. But you know, I have it. I don't really know because I haven't really missed a blunt. You know? Like,
It's
so I
all
just
good. So
I'm gonna come clean with you. I'm not even gonna know how I'm gonna
you
act.
coming
I don't even know
clean.
how
I
I'm gonna
want to make
act.
sure you get something overstood. You're coming clean with you. You ain't coming clean with me. I'm not. All
No,
right.
no, no. I'm just saying. No, for sure. I'm just saying. That's just how I talk, bro. My
No,
fault. Like,
I'm giving you a different. I'm just giving you a different way to say it. Same way I said, don't say you can't stop.
yeah.
I'm just giving you a different way to say it. You coming clean with yourself. Right?
Right.
It's just you already know this. This is a part of the reason why you in so many different places at once. It's gonna help. So yeah, you know what to do. Now you just have to do it. It don't run your life. You run it. That's why I'm telling you moderation. All right? Moderation. Start there. And then piece by piece, after you moderated and you figured out, you know what? I don't need you anymore. You have a ceremony if you need to. And you bury it. You get you know what I mean, a blunt, you roll it up, dress it up nice, you know what I mean, and bury it. And smoke your last one. And then that was the ceremony where you say, I once knew a being named, whatever you gave the name to the being. And, you had to bury it. And it might be emotional. But listen, this don't run your life. You way too powerful. And
Yeah,
and do you have my book, Rehab?
nah, I don't.
Okay,
I don't.
somebody send I Brick my book,
Yeah, DM to me,
Rehab.
please.
Somebody DM him the link, or somebody get in touch with him, make sure he get the book. All right.
Yeah.
Other than that, you
I
can
appreciate that,
DM
brother.
me. Go ahead. Yeah, DM me and ask for the number. All right.
Got you, bro. I'm gonna tap in with you. I make music and shit too.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I make music and shit like that. I want to do some voice acting for like a cartoon or something. I think
Oh,
that'd be
okay.
good.
So yeah, you
You know
came
what
at the
I'm saying?
right time. You came at the right time. 'Cause I'm working on a movie.
Yeah, I want to do some voice acting or something
I'll
for
help
like.
you. Yeah, I'll help you.
What the
I'll
fuck?
help you.
I want to do a voice acting or something.
Yeah. So I'll give you a role. We working on a movie right now. It's gonna be another animated movie. So I got you.
Yeah, I just, you know.
I got you. So
Thank
yeah,
you, though,
hey
bro.
man, where you at? You done made it to the house?
I walked over there for you, and then
I see. I see.
not for you, but just to show the
It's
people
all
like
good. It's all good. It's
the
all good.
building live in the flesh. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
now I'm just in front of my
No,
crib,
that
like,
was pretty cool. We thank you for doing that. That was
nah,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
And then now I feel ashamed right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah,
I know I
nah.
shouldn't feel like that, but I'm so
I
scared.
respect that you
You
saying
know?
you feel it. You know what I mean? There ain't no reason to, family. Yeah, everybody, come on now. It's all good. Get the book. Somebody make sure he get the book. Rehab. I'm asking y'all to do that. And yeah, message me, family. I got you, and we'll get you in the movie too.
All right, brother. That's
All right,
love,
bro.
bro. I appreciate everything. That's another thing. Before I go, I just want to give you your flowers. You helped me a lot, and you don't even know that shit. You heard? Just the
I hear
videos,
you.
everything, bro. You
I hear
sparked
you.
something in me, like how you sparked something in everybody else. It don't matter whether fuck everybody that be talking shit. Cause I be seeing the shit. I'm tapped in with everything. I be seeing it, but I don't tolerate no phase one slander. Just know that. I tolerate none of that. Nobody about to talk bad about you in front of me, bro. Cause it hit different when I seen your video. You know what I'm trying to say? When I was 16, when I was 16, when I was 17, you was 16. I seen the video. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tolerating none of that. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
But
I hear you. And I'm honored. The honor is mine. This is what I wanted to do in life. You know what I mean? Thank you for the flowers. This is what I wanted to do. This was a part of my mission. So the fact that you're here telling me it works, that's the honor that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? The honor is mine. I'm honored to hear it. I'm honored to be able to bear witness to the fact that when somebody really cares and they want to put their foot forward to do, they can. And to be able to show other people to do that, that's what I'm grateful for.
And more so too, cause like I know you come from where I come from. You feel me? And it's like, you know, everybody got a sad story. Everybody got dead homies. Everybody got all that shit. But like, you know, I really like. I'm not saying I had the worst life ever, but I grew up in the hood, bro. So it's like I know you really. I give myself grace, cause my parents grew up in East New York in the '90s, and that shit was like the murder capital of the United States at the time. And they still alive. Both of them still alive. I'm still alive, and I'm probably one of the few people in my friend groups and in my family that think like this, that have this frame of thought. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just grateful. I give myself grace every day. I may not be where I need to be, but I know that I made it. I made it far. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
And I always try to remind myself, because like I ain't gonna lie, I feel like, you know, I got a lot of music I'm sitting on. I got a clothing brand that I'm sitting on, and I feel like fear held me back, and it was like a lot of fear held me back because I didn't want nobody to think my shit was trash. And then, but like at the same time, Faise, during those times where some people might call it procrastination and me not really putting nothing out, creatively, I don't know how to say that, but I really focused on, because I was like, damn, I'm fucked up on my purpose right now. I might as well just do self-help. I might as well just try to sharpen my mind as much as I could. You feel me?
Yeah.
I might as well fast. I might as well meditate. I might as well get to know myself more, and that I feel like that purpose will come over time with my experiences. You feel me? So that's why I'm saying I feel I resonate with your shit, because I know, you know, I got a lot of friends that died. I got a lot of friends that's in jail right now. You know, everybody got a story and shit.
Hey, before we go, what's your favorite song?
From you,
Yeah.
even for the children's sake, can we get our shit together? Crying about the white man, but can we tell me?
Yeah.
That's my shit.
Yeah.
That's that shit all
The
the
new,
time.
the song new.
When it's yours, it's killing
Yeah.
yours. That's how I feel too. Like, niggas be want to promote. I listen to it too, but it's just like, if you're not ready to crash out on the real enemy, bro, just put that gun down.
Yeah.
Put that gun down, bro, because that shit don't even make sense no more. But it's shifting though, bro. All that
It
shit,
is shifting.
all that shit
All
is out
right,
there.
Brett.
That's what.
I want to get people more.
Nah,
Somebody
my
else.
fault, bro.
You
Yo,
know,
love, bro.
you ain't nothing to
Have a
worry
good night.
about. Huh?
I said that's love, bro. Have a good night, bro. I've been trying to talk to you for a minute, bro. I appreciate you having me up here, bro. I'm gonna lock in with you. Have a good night, bro.
Hey,
Thank
you
you.
too, family. I love you, fam. Be safe now.
Love you too, bro. Thank you, bro.
All right, peace. That's what's up. That's what's up. Y'all make sure y'all get them the book. Rehab. Everybody, listen, the world need rehab. The world literally need rehabilitation. So if you can get yourself to that moment where you're like, yo, I don't need these vices no more, then you on a good path. That ain't nothing to be ashamed about. We all had to figure that out. Because everybody be invited to this place is hell. Shit. Vices be niggas' best friend. But after a while, that best friend ain't no good for you. You gotta let him go. Best friend be like, bro, what the fuck? And you like, yo, we had a good run. That's why some of y'all just need to have a ceremony. Write down what your vice is. I'll tell you what to do. Get a index card. Write down what your vice is on the index card, and just go outside and bury it, and have a ceremony. Like, yo, damn, my vice died. You know what I mean? And let it go. And then from then on, it's like, ain't no reason for you to deal with no zombies and ghosts and shit. It's already passed on. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So shout out to the brother Brick. Y'all make sure y'all get on the book. We got, who else trying to come up? My Vice is Weed show. Yeah, it's a lot of people shit. There's a lot of people. It ain't nothing. I'm telling y'all, every vice is the same thing. You got the dependency, you got the reason people do it, what they're trying to cover up. All of that is in the brain. You study dopamine, you study the neural pathways, the reward system that you have. You start understanding what's really going on. You're attempting to medicate. So, you know what I mean? You have to replace the type of medication if you don't want to do it anymore. I've gone through it myself. That's what I'm saying. I'm not speaking from a standpoint of, I don't know what, man, that should be hard. Breaking away from something. Even I never use substances, Okay, but I still understand what vices are. It should be tough because it'd be like, yo, this is how I can deal with this, deal with that. No, you're gonna have to start dealing with it a different way because you're stronger and you don't need to depend. And then you start realizing the freedom that come with that. I don't want to stop. That's what's up. I don't, okay. Good thing you said, Jim, because that's gonna be the sub. This sub. What you mean by that? Bring me up. What you want? You gotta be able to say like why. Cause I ain't never seen your thing before. Just start with this shit on God. Can I come up? Yeah, I got you, Essential. 1 second. How do you get rid of demons? What type? What are you dealing with? Any books on neuroscience? I can't think of the title right now. I think it's called Neuroscience and Nuwapu, something like that. Or rehab. Rehab goes into it, I think, to a certain extent. Yeah, it does. Or just go to Google, not Google, go to YouTube and type in neuroscience crash course and go learn some neuroscience. It don't even be all that deep. Do you believe in Inky or Enlil? No, I don't believe in them. I don't even know who they are that I remember. Y'all have a beautiful night, brothers. You too. I got myself some amethyst. I ain't know it was for the crown chakra. I can see dead people. That's what's up. Can you break down crypto? It's been heavily trying to enter my mind space. I don't get into the crypto thing. I remember that thing. It started taking off around 2020. I never got into it. LMAO, is we good, man? What is that? I got questions and flowers. All positivity though. Faise, you funny, bro. You funny too. Cause you were just talking shit 2 weeks ago. And you think I don't remember.
Hello?
You are. What's good? Peace.
You hear me?
Back.
Roll back, yeah, roll back. I just want to come on here and say, bro, like I really appreciate love what you've been doing.
Mm.
And I feel you. Like I feel you like really like 99, bro. Like ever since I used to be a follower of Rashad Jamal.
Damn.
Okay? That's how I got put on with this whole thing, with the whole, spiritual community or whatever. And I've went through my own trials and errors alone. I've been in groups and people, they kicked me out and because I always ask questions. And this was before I knew you. I was like, bro, like, what's going on? Like, like I always would ask questions. And when I was asking these questions, it was like I was getting little broed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like that's what made me connect to your music so much. Like even hearing like, and sitting in the lives, like, bro, like, I just want to show you this. Like I really, I study, man. Like I do this. You know what I'm saying? I ace honors chemistry, all that. I'm a scholar. I'm a student of Dr. Malachi Z. York, too. It's all, he got notes in my book as well. So when I was watching Rashad Jamal, I don't want to bring too much on him, but I want to, point this out so people know you're not lying. When I was watching him and he started talking about the triple helixes and all this different stuff, I took honors chemistry. So I'm like, like, I'm like, it was confusing to me.
Okay, so you took honors, right? What is DEA? Can you explain that?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. When he told me that, I've never seen this. Not in no field of anything. I haven't seen it in no quantum physics. I even got neuroscience on here, and they didn't. None of this has anything to do with DA 3 triple. So when I was even these communities that I grew up with, and I was in with these people, I was just like, I'm gonna bring y'all out of this because I was in it.
How long did you take honors? How long did you take honors chemistry?
I took it for 1 year. I'm a senior right now. I'm 17.
Okay.
I took it
That's what's
for
up, man. Shout out to you.
yeah. I took it for my sophomore year. It was my sophomore year. Yeah,
Okay. You
and I
paid
finished.
attention?
Oh yeah, I got
All right, so I'm about to put you on the spot.
okay.
Can you teach me something about DNA?
I could teach you some about
Tell you something
chemical
about DNA.
react. I could teach you about something about chemical reactions. I could show
Okay,
you
go ahead,
better
go
than I
ahead, go
could
ahead,
teach
go
you
ahead. Go
how to
ahead.
balance charges.
Okay, go ahead.
So how you could balance these charges. So the thing with balancing these chemical reactions is where you got your magnesium. Oh yeah, you got me on the spot. I got my periodic tables already here
That's
in the
what's up. I'm
table.
ready. Talk to me. Teach
Yeah.
me something.
So the thing with a lot of people don't know is with when you have atomic mass or when you got these numbers, it's
Mm-hmm.
all math. Chemistry and science, they try to make math, and that's why they gave you two separate classes in school about math and science, but they're literally all one. Once you know math, it's like, okay, you start getting the sciences of chemistry because what does chemistry have? It has formulas. Math has formulas to an equation, and then that's where you would get an answer from. Okay, so this is why when you have your magnesium plus O2 going to magnesium plus oxygen, uh, equaling to oxygen. Excuse me. So what you would do to balance it, it is math. So where you would
Hold
have
on,
when
real
you put
quick. You
uh
see that arrow pointing there?
yes,
What's the word that's associated with that arrow?
I'm gonna be honest. I
I,
do not know. All
I
I
got
know
you.
is
I got you. The word, listen, the word is yields.
yields.
Okay? Go ahead.
Let me
Go
write
ahead.
that down.
Go ahead.
Yeah, yields.
Uh-huh.
So okay, wow, that's interesting. Thank you for
It's
that.
not equals.
Yield,
It's yields. Because you're talking about a
yields.
chemical reaction. Go
Yep,
ahead. I'm listening though. Teach me. Still teach me.
yep. So yields. So yes, it yields to Mg1 or oxygen one. And
Mm-hmm.
to balance these reactions, you need to make sure that both are equal or have an equilibrium on the same side. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So
Mm-hmm.
what you would do is it literally is like math. So I put 2x to where you would get 2 in front. So now you got 2 magnesium
Mm-hmm.
plus, so it cuts that off. It doesn't add on to the O2. The O2 and this are different. So when you have the yield, thank you for telling me that. So now it makes it easier because these two are the same. There's no addition or subtraction that is, in the middle or, slicing or
There you
splicing
go.
it. So they
Mm-hmm.
are one and the same. So when you get 2x, it applies to both. But a lot of people, it gets confusing when it gets to that point, but it's just you got to just calculate it, measurement.
Okay,
Measurement
so let
just
me
goes
ask you
through
this.
life.
You doing great.
Uh,
What did you learn about carbon?
what I learned about carbon, I learned that carbon was the basis of where all life is formed. So like we talk about carbon, oranges have carbon in
Mm.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when I heard people say white people don't have carbon, it didn't make any sense
There you go.
because every living thing or organism has carbon. So
Okay.
it didn't make any sense to me
Mm-hmm.
when I heard that. But
Okay, I'm listening.
but yeah, so you would get 2m, so 2 times 1
Mm-hmm.
will give you 2, and then 2 times another one will get you 2, and now you got you got two balanced equations at that point.
Right.
And man, I really this is like really like, man, I didn't done this in the span of like weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even done. I'm always coming back, reading things over again
There
because
you go.
even the yields, I missed that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's amazing that it's just you can never stop learning. I tell people like you don't stop. Like there's always something new, and it's like it's amazing, bro. Like to really like um hear you and hear how vocal you are when you speak. Like bro, like we live in such a wicked world.
There
Like
you go.
and that's real, man. Like we live in such a wicked world. I could tell people certain things, and when you know the sciences of it, it makes it way easier. Everybody in my house is eating differently now.
There you go.
Everybody in my house, because of how I move. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? It's like at first I was sounding radical because who was I following, Rashad? I don't want to, but I was sounding like, I didn't have the experience to back up anything I was saying.
Mm.
But when I actually started, this is why I'm telling you, he being real, y'all. When you actually start doing works and you actually start, or you fasting, or really getting into these particles and these chemicals and
Mm.
seeing that everything around you has a chemical
Mm.
formation, everything to the atom you get back to your elementary particles, which electrons, people don't know electrons are elementary particles. But so even when you get there, it just showed me, I'm like, man, like, yo, like this stuff, when you really study it, you can build this stuff back up to people into a point where even if they don't get what you're saying, they feel what you're saying because you're just speaking truth at that point. If you don't know it, you're just speaking from a belief point. So people can, you know, vary their energy off that. But when you know what you're talking about and you know, you actually study and you go back, like I'm studying the Nuwapic language right now, you know, I'm trying to study Arabic. I'm really trying to get there. Like this is what I want to do. Like how you said earlier when you brought dude up, he's like, hey man, this is what I want to do. I sit with myself and I'm like, man, I praise like everything. I'm like, man, like my grandfather, my great grandfather, he cut all his fingers off, and he was working with 2 hands, and he was a hardworking man. And it's like, I see where I get it. If you go look at your ancestry, you don't need to go to all these ancient people and say you're this person, you're that person. Just look at your actual ancestors. They have valuable stories about them too. They're not just pushovers. I think people forgot about that. They actually have valuable things about them as well. You know what I'm saying? So learning that, it was just making me like, I was like, man, like it just showed me how strong, you know, a person can be. I don't have nothing to complain. I got all 10 fingers.
Right.
I don't got nothing to complain about.
Yeah.
I have the mind, so I can do the works. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's always been, it's really just been that simple. And when I ran into you, bro, and you started, you know, promoting and exerting the green light, I was like, yo, like, bro, like, I really feel this. Like, I feel this dude. Even when I was listening to your music, when I listened to it, and I love the beats, but I was really paying attention to what you was saying, and you know, I'm like, yo, like, is anybody hearing you? Like, and I went back and I really studied you, bro, to be honest. Like, I don't know where, but I was like, let me see. I wanted to see what you was about. Like, let me study him. Like, I already went wrong with, you know, other people. So I was like, you know, let me not make the same mistake this time so there could be a different outcome. So, boom, I'm like, yo, like, this dude's just genuine, bro. He's down to earth. Like, I don't see why, like, the only reason why people have an issue with you is because you're asking them something they don't have an answer to, and they're afraid to say they don't have an answer to. It's like, it's so simple. It's just been that simple. And like, they try to put so much on it. And you said something earlier in the live when I really heard you. You said, man, if people are all just on this person and they didn't have to like really go through anything or work about it, you got to watch out for those type of people, because we are living in a wicked world. So if you're coming here bringing some type of God or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or true type of light, you know what I'm saying? You will get, you know, crucified for that. It's just how it is. It's just exactly how it is. You know what I'm saying? And I really wanted to come on here and give you your flowers for real, bro. Like, you know.
See, here's what you think. You think you came on here and gave me my flowers, right? You came on here and you received yours. You came on here and you received your trophy. You're 17. When you turn 18?
Man, I turned 18 in the 9 year this year in June.
June. Listen, you're 17 years old. You're walking where I was walking at when the video that went viral when I was 16 years old. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that? 16-year-old Mason.
Yeah, 16-year-old Mason. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was doing in high school. I can only imagine you're doing that too, right? You teaching other people, introducing. Okay, you're already on the path.
Yeah.
Your goal is to surpass me. That's your goal. So this is me meeting not myself, someone who's better than me. You understand that? I'm meeting someone who is far more advanced than I am, because you looking at you in this reflection, you think you seeing you at 17. I'm seeing you at 30, and you are far more advanced than I will be in 4 years, right? Meaning far more. I won't be able to reach where you will be able to reach when you're 30. I don't have the time and the developmental process that you're going to endure. I've already went through it. So my having to re-spark neuroplasticity is farther away than it is for you. Because I'm listening and paying attention to how excited you are about this. Listen, you're going to take this far, because if you can acknowledge, say, damn, I was traveling in the wrong direction, and you're this age, which is, it shouldn't be so be dazzling for people, because I remember being that age, and people were so shocked about how I knew, as I focused, I learned, I was studying, I was doing what I was supposed to do. And other people were playing with their time. You're not going to do that. And you're also going to protect your psyche. All right.
Yeah.
I want you to go look at the etymology of psyche, and you'll understand what I'm really telling you. You're
Okay.
going to protect your psyche, and you're not going to fall for psychosis. When people get to talking, and you ask them a question, and they get upset with you, or you got to be a government agent, or Uncle Sam sent you, or your Zeus, or whatever, walk away from them, and pay attention to the fact that the only reason why they did that is what you're saying, is because they were intimidated by you and your illusion destroying habits. Because I have a habit of destroying people's illusions with one question, which is why people say, oh, I want to debate with Faise. And then they would come on and try to debate with me. Then they realize that I wasn't debating. I was just asking them questions. That did away with the debate. That did away with debating to begin with. I'm not baiting you in. You understand? A lot of people still falling for that. So here's the thing for you, family. And you're going to make your family proud. You're going to make the world proud. I see a whole bright future for you. And there's a few different other brothers that I'm speaking to that is going to be super excited. All right. Because y'all are not even just next up. Y'all are who we were looking for. Y'all are who I sacrificed for. You understand? This is what I put my time on the line, and I wasn't chasing the females. You heard Rashad Jamal, or saw Rashad Jamal say, you ain't getting no girls in high school. I had one sister that I stuck with in high school. I started dating her in 11th grade on through 12th grade. Until we graduated, she went to college. He's right. I wasn't chasing tail. And what will happen is when somebody's chasing tail, it's like a dog effect. When a dog chases their tail, they're going in circles and are not able to actually break that cycle. So they just get older and bigger, but they don't grow. And when you're not growing, you're still doing the same thing. You're still chasing tail. And a tail ain't true. You understand? People say a tall tail or tail that tail. That ain't true. If they chasing a deception, I didn't fall for, in the biblical sense, they would say the fruit was like, oh, just this apple or whatever, a pomegranate, some people might interpret it to be. In the Quranic sense, or Al-Quran, they'll explain that people were being taught away from God, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as you called it, or say it in Baton. They were teaching them away from exploring their private parts too early. They needed to develop themselves. So Al-Quran, or the Quran, actually states that explicitly, that this is what Iblis, or the devil, as they may say, or Shaitan, the opposition, was exposing them to. So when people are in high school, what you need to be focused on is exactly what you focus on. Not telling you not to have, you can do what you want to do, have your girlfriend, whatever. I'm saying you don't need to be worried about none of the sexual field. You need to be focusing on, and I'm telling you this because this is what my mother taught me when I was younger. And I listened. Not everybody listens. I'm telling you, you will have an edge. You will have an advantage on most of the people that are out here, because they thinking from the wrong head, as the elders told us, meaning they whole realm, the foundation of it is set up on fallacy. You're not going to fall for that. You keep studying, you keep learning, right? Don't just learn what the strongest part of your foundation will be, and the advantage is you're already in the school setting. The strongest part of your foundation will be you understand the formulas, right? You understand how things work. You understand how chemical reactions work. Now you know it's not necessarily equals, because we're taught scientifically that it's a yield, and you'll know why. All you gotta do is research what I'm telling you. You'll know why there is not necessarily the difference, but it does matter when you're speaking in terms of chemistry, okay? Because when there's
things transform.
Because
is that because things transform, or they mold, or they shift into something else, so that wouldn't be equal?
Exactly. So it's not that it's not equal, because when you start breaking it down to its most discrete position or form, it will still have those two components or three components that come together to cause that reaction. But the reaction is a yield.
It turns
into
something new.
So you're on point. Study that, take it farther. Study neuroscience, take it farther. Anything that catches your attention in this spiritual community, find out what the science is that aligns with it, and study the science. Don't study Bobby Hemmett. I'm not telling you like you can't listen to them and still listen. You can listen to whoever and be inspired. Maybe you might pick up on the mechanics of their speech. If you want to be a teacher or whatever, you see how the formula works for that. You see social media, how it's growing every day. So you don't necessarily need to get a temple to do it, but you could, but you don't have to. You can teach online. If you want to learn public speaking and pick up certain tips from people, you can. Don't follow and become them, because these people were not scientists. And when somebody says, I'm one of the 23 scientists, but they don't understand one of the 23 scientists, that's a problem. You understand?
Yeah.
So you're already replacing us. That's the point. That's what a Nuwapian does. You're supposed to replace me. You with me? So what the world, this realm will be looking for you to be able to do is, oh, I'm better than phase one. Not in a bragging sense, saying that, okay, if I come up with a car, right?
Yeah.
And everybody's able to drive around, oh, I'm great in that time period. If you come out and do the same thing, we didn't grow. We lost.
We lost. Yeah.
You need to know how to make the car fly.
Okay.
You
I need to
understand?
rise it to
create something totally different. Let me show you something. Let me not limit you, because you may come up with something that, if I come up with a car, you might have a time machine. You understand the advancement that we're speaking about? So if you're learning Arabic now, let me tell you something. Don't spread yourself too thin. Same thing I was telling the brother. Have focal points. Time yourself. Okay? Because I know sometimes it feel like everything got to be done right now.
Yeah.
Time yourself. Because if one thing, if I could go back, I would do better, is management of time. Time management. When your teachers say, I know they probably did this for you, they say, yo, where you see yourself in the next 5 years? You ever had somebody say that to you or ask you that, where you see yourself, or write down where you see yourself in the next 5 years?
They asked me that.
Okay, cool. This pay attention to that. Time management is very important, because there's going to be so many different things, and you're going to have to figure out, okay, when are you working? When are you relaxing? When are you spending time with family? You're going to really need to start thinking about that now, so that you don't drive yourself crazy in the long run trying to balance things that you didn't have in order. Manage your time wisely now. You want to go to college?
I want to study. I want to go to a higher degree. Because I don't think necessarily college is a bad thing. I just have to help my family out. I got a grandma here, and I
went through the same thing. I went through the same thing. So I'm not going to be one of those people to tell you to go if you got because I handled my business and I do not regret it. You feel what I'm saying? I don't regret it. I took care of my family, made sure we can get in the home, all this stuff. We've gone through all kinds of things, homelessness and everything like that. So I had a full ride and everything, multiple full rides. And my counselors made sure that happened, because I didn't even sign up for the scholarships. They did it because they knew I didn't care about going, because I had to handle everything else. So if those types of situations are able to solve themselves and you don't have that type of responsibility anymore, here's what I would advise you to do. Only if, though, handle your business if it needs to be handled. If it's handled in another way, then here's what I would advise you to consider. Think about whatever it is that you want to study, all right, that's going to be one of the elementary or rudimentary things that you're going to offer to humanity from your vantage point. What's your name?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah can offer this like nobody else can, because Jeremiah's soul going into this, right? Whatever that is, if it's neuroscience, if it's music technology, or music notation, or if it's chemistry, or sociology, whatever it is, go study it and take it serious, whether it's 2 or 4 years. And I know that might seem like a long time. It's not.
No,
so
it's not.
When you go, you take it. And if this is something you choose to do, I want you to know college is 10% books, especially I'm talking about the campuses. It's 10% books. It's 90% real life. So you need to know before, if that's something you decide to do, that there are ample women that are there, right? Plenty distractions. Everybody's partying, and you got people who've been sheltered their whole life, so they let off loose and they going wild and all that. You have to be very, very, very careful with how you focus going into a realm like that. If you don't want to take the campus route, you can still study any of these fields online.
Yeah. Okay.
So some people need a
That's a fact.
classroom setting. You may not need a classroom setting.
Yeah.
Either way, here's what I encourage you to do, Jeremiah. Keep studying what you know you're going to be able to teach people to help them. And if you see a spiritual community of people that are waking up, but they don't know where to go, Nuwapu says you can lead them, right, and show them where to go. Not
Where to
force
go?
them, show them where to go.
Show
So
them
they
where to
trying to
go.
figure out, yo, I need to know how to be more conscious. You should be able to teach them about the brain, right?
Yeah.
They would I want to know more about my soul. You should be able to teach them the epiphenomenon of the brain or the conscious self, which still comes from neuroscience. I want to learn more about self as in my body. You should be able to teach them biology. You know what I mean? And these things you'll be able to actually help people with. And
Yeah.
then you'll learn from your public speaking and everything else how to deliver the message so they're able to receive it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got the last word, though. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm
I feel
proud
you.
of you, bro. I want to let you know that I'm so proud of you. I can see into your life. I'm super proud of you, family. And I could cry right now. Who you are going to be is so amazing for us because, and I'm not saying that in a selfish way. I'm just saying this is what we work for. I'm so proud of you and your whole generation. And I want y'all to know we really do see y'all, the ones who count, the ones who care. We really do see y'all, and we want y'all to get there because we see what they're trying to do out here to stop y'all from getting there. So I just want to say I'm so proud of you, and your entire generation is lucky to have you. They're fortunate that you're in that beginning stage of sprouting into the leader that you will become and the leader that you are now. They're fortunate that you're there. You got the last word. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
Man, that's love, bro. That's love, and like it really is, like you said, it's the heart. Like people, they say the sun, the soul is the willpower. I feel like, although it has truth to it, I feel like it's the heart. Because if you don't have the heart, people, you know how people say, oh, he don't got the heart to do that. People say that's the language. It really is the heart. And I told people with the heart, where you take the HE off, you get art. That's where you get the craft at. That's all it is. And that's like, I seen that in you, bro. Like, and it showed me, like, when I look, the thing that I got from you, like, the most, bro, was, man, you gotta really have that psychic defense. And when you gotta know what you're saying, you gotta speak it, you gotta voice it. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, you gotta really, exert it, because it's like, you do have dogs that will try to eat you up. You got wolves that will try to, do this, do that, and you gotta, you really gotta exert yourself. And I really, like, man, like, it's so, like, it's an honor for me to be on here and really talk to you, like, because I know that you actually are doing what you doing your best for the community at the moment, until you keep rising to these newer moments. You know what I'm saying? I know that you're doing it. You're actively doing it. That's why, for the cooking for Kaya thing, I'm like, yeah, here you go. Anytime I have something, I'm gonna give it to you. You feel me? Because I'm like, man, I know, like, I know your intent. I can feel your intent. It's not I can feel like, okay, man, this dude been doing this his whole life. They call him an agent, but I'm looking at stuff and he's young and he's over here doing this. Like, it's like, it's not, nothing's adding up. The math is not, it's like, it's not adding up. And it just never made sense to me. And I just hear the way you talk and you break it down. Bro, you inspire me to do that more. Like, bro, build that up scientifically. It sparks something. I'm like, yo, like, why am I gonna just keep talking about something that I can literally just go study and then speak about it? You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, on my profile, it'll be my whole name, Jeremiah Josiah Creighton. It'll be that. I don't, I got infinite info, just meaning that it'll be infinity. The info will always come. It'll keep building. That's what the name is for. But, and then I got the chakras or whatever there, but it's just like, it's representing continuous or continuous growth. That's what it's about. And I'm just glad to have come up to here. I don't want to take too much of the time, but I'm glad to come up here and have talked to you, man, because, like, it's real, and I appreciate, love everything you're doing, and I want to let you know, keep pushing, keep flowing, bro, keep going. That's a fact.
I hear you, Jeremiah. I hear you. You didn't take up no time. And if you want to come on again, let me know. and just be ready, because I went easy on you. I ain't gonna hold you now. I want you to be able to be like motivated to keep going. I don't ever want to deter you. I want you to also have that rigor too, right? So I mean, when you studying something, study it, take it serious. And next time you come on here, I'm gonna ask you some questions. So listen, if you saying you studying chemistry right now, you still in honors, right?
No, I'm not in honors, but I'm studying chemistry. I was actually tomorrow. I'm gonna go back to my chemistry teacher. This is
Okay.
before we hopped on the live, and I needed some help with the
Okay.
joules heat. That's what I needed help with. So
Joules, Joules.
yes, joules.
Okay, so you taking physics.
Um, a mixture of both because
Okay.
chemistry and physics kind of fall in kind of the same, you know?
Okay. Okay. So when you come back, I'm gonna ask you some questions, either from physics or chemistry. I'm gonna do that just so that you can be like, when you were like, yo, you put me on the spot, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. I lost when I was like 13, 14, 15 years old, I would debate elders, right? That's part of the training I went through. And I lost so many debates. And they made me look stupid so many times. And then we shake hands, and then they send you back and then you like, yo, I ain't. But then it's like next time you like, yo, I'm not going through that again.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that with malintent, with bad intentions. It was a part of the training. Oh yeah, you know that? Well, what's that? Okay. Yeah. So you said that, right? So explain that. I'm like, damn, I can't explain it. Well, if I say it like this, no, I don't want the allegory. Tell me that everything you see me doing, I'm just doing what the elders did to me. So
Yeah.
it made me stronger though, because it's like I'm 13 years old, and little 5 points, or not little 5 points, 5 points by the train station in Atlanta, and I'm debating Hebrew Israelites on the post, right? And everybody there, cameras is out, and I'm drilling Hebrew Israelites with their things, with their same talking points and all of that, and putting them on their head to the point where niggas was cussing me out, all kind of stuff like that. This was only because of the upbringing of being around them elders who really did that. The young disciples, the Ansar Allah, the rest of the people who, when they used to go and hit the streets, everybody would move. They didn't want to debate them. And the ones who stayed, everybody looked like, well, they must not know. And then people gather around, and then they get grilled. So I want to be able to pull you on here and ask you questions, and more so in the form of, yo, I'm going to ask you about this. You studying this, I want you to teach me about that, right? Something so simple as your rhetoric. Let's make sure that's in order. And then you'll realize I'm going to take the back seat and let you teach. I want you to be able to know that, like you said, is beings out here waiting to try to discredit you. When Rashad Jamal attempted to put all of them different slides on his story to call me this, that, and the third, to say that, all this other stuff, what did I do? I took every slide and came on
Yeah.
live and broke it down and built it up, slide by slide, how he was lying and deceiving. But if you're not in position to be able to do that, even allegorically, if you're not in the position to do that, then they're waiting to try to discredit you and say, oh, he said this, he said that. Their big thing is debunk. People love the word debunk. They don't know that the word debunk just means you spoke against it. It didn't mean you disproved it. It just means you brought up points that were supposed to help you speak against what somebody was saying. So there will be people in position to try to debunk you. There will be people in position to try to dissuade you or move you away, especially if you walk with people like Faise, they're going to try to talk you away from that. There'll be people that'll try to put you down in the communities and all the other stuff. You know science and truth is going to hold up beyond all of that. So next time you come on here, I want to ask you a few questions about what you're studying.
Okay.
Or you need to be studying it.
Yeah, I'm ready
I'm
for
not
that.
gonna ask you no crazy thing like, give me the formula for uranium 223. I ain't gonna say that. I'm saying,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you about the elementary points of chemistry, terminology from physics and things like that, and then I'm gonna want you to teach about it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even though I listen, I know I said you get the last word, so you still gonna get the last word. Okay? I just want you to know that you're in that point of your, bro, this is really crunch time for you. It's also a very good thing that you found your way to Nuwapu. It's a very good thing because nobody, no matter what they say or do, will be able to take away, all right, Nuwapu once you've grabbed it. Because people might think, oh, you're looking at the Faise 1. Listen, they're not listening to you. What you said was, it dawned on you like, yo, why would I just sit here and talk about something when I can just go look it up scientifically, learn about it, then talk about it? That you don't have to say phase one taught you that. That's something you're going to be able to use your whole life. But people don't want people to learn that, especially people who are milking people and grifting off of people. And you know what I'm saying? They don't want people to learn that, because then who are you looking up to and following? You're not following phase one. Why would you need to follow? You're taking chemistry. Why would you need to follow me? And I'm teaching it. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to follow phase one for spirituality. You need to learn what spirituality even means to people, learn the science of it, and then you separate yourself from the spiritual spooky jargon that people placing out here. You feel what I'm saying? So you take the right path. You have found you read Dr. Malachi's York books for protext, for as some people say, context, protext of what's happening out here, what's happening in the spiritual community, and how far we've come. And then you do your own scientific studies on these things. Study history, study all of that. Your hobby is to study. What you do in your spare time is you study. You know what I mean? You get notebooks and you fill them up with just knowledge and information. You still spend time with your family. You still do all of that. And your whole thing is learn more, gain more information that can be applied. You get what I'm saying? So, all right, you got the last word. Final word, for real. The real final word, actually. Hold on. Before you go, what's your favorite song?
What's my favorite song?
Yeah.
I like, I got a couple in my head, but if I wanted to go off the top, I say I like Letter to Lucci because you put a lot of like, how should I say? You put a lot of energy,
Like passion. Yeah.
Passion. That's you found it. That's the right word. Passion into that song, and I felt you like it's like you really show like that side of you that people just a lot of people don't like to not just admit when they're wrong. A lot of people don't like to admit when they're in like need. When you even like the fact that you even able to like make these fundraisers, people that know that people would help them, or they don't even do it because they're afraid of what people might say to them, like, oh, you're asking people. You know what I'm saying? People don't know that it actually takes heart to do something like that. It's not something mystical. It takes heart to even make a move like that. Because I told people this: it doesn't matter what you do in this world, people are always gonna have something to say. You can literally be walking down the street and somebody be like, I don't like the way you're walking. Like, it's like no matter what you do, they're always gonna say something. So it's like you have to just do what you are here to do, and only you would know what you're here to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that's why that psychic defense is very real. And I want to thank you a lot for bringing me out of that psychosis, because I was in one. I was talking about all these different things, and it's like you said, explain those things, and then it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but man, you real, bro. You real, and you got my support 199, bro. You got my support. Just keep doing what you're doing. I'm here. I'm gonna keep studying. I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna hit you with that knowledge. That's a fact.
I got you, Jeremiah. Thank you. I love you, fam. We'll talk again.
Yeah.
All right. Peace. That's what's up. That's crazy. That's what's up. I'm 100% humbled right now. I'm humbled. I'm humbled right now. That was like talking to me. Like, yeah, I'm humbled. He gonna go. He gonna bro is gonna be galactic, intergalactic. Y'all have to understand. I can see, right? I have that. I have sight. He gonna be a solution. Notice I ain't saying a problem. He gonna be a solution. That's amazing. All right, what else? What y'all want? What y'all want? Y'all saying, looking at me, what y'all want? Oh, let me grab some drink real quick. What y'all want? God damn it. What y'all want? Y'all sitting here looking at me and shit. Y'all must want to talk. Y'all must want to ask me shit. What's down? Trying to see what niggas on. Look, y'all niggas looking at me and shit. You know I can see you looking at me. What y'all want, bro? I want truth. Can't stop the Wapu said. Light years ahead. Not for sure. Sure. What's good? What am I? I have no idea. You gotta let me know that. That ain't my line. Can I come up? I don't recognize your thing. You gotta tell me why. Letter to Firecon hit hard. You know, for sure. Thank you for that. Letter to Firecon was different. Can I come up? I got you, Ascension. Nah, for sure. All love and respect. Nah, all love and respect. Yeah, I got you, Ascension. Hold on. And then, what it say? 369, son 369. I got you too. Yo. Yeah, I got you. I hear you. I can't see you. I see a black screen. Huh? Don't be on this bitch trolling, Ascension. What the hell you got going on, nigga? Y'all seeing what I type? Free game. Nah, what you type? You ain't got to try to prank me and shit. Hello? Do you order a pizza? Get the fuck out of my live, Ascension. Did you order a pizza, my friend? I got you. I'm about to pull you up again. Don't tell me not to order a pizza.
The connection, but
It's not connected, my friend. Go ahead. Go ahead. What's that?
man, not much. Hey, well, first and foremost, I did want to apologize to you, and I
What
want
you
to
did
apologize.
now? What you did, bro? What you
No,
did to me?
I ain't did nothing. It was remember last time we talked, and I said I was a little bit frustrated about the whole situation out here, right? In LA.
Yeah, with the
But
fire. Yeah.
right. But you was talking to young elder about in 2020 how so many people spiraled out of control, right? Like when things happen, the current events, we tend to lose sight of what's really going on. See, I come from a school of thought of the Hebrew Israelites originally before I came where I am now. So I can't just throw the baby out with the bathwater. I
used
do
to get
understand
y'all
that.
there.
I do understand that these prophecies they're gonna come to pass. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
So whether it's the fires here or whatever that's happened in diverse places, if I jump in the middle of that, it's not helping us. You know what I mean? Like I'm letting my emotions control what's really going on. This whole motherfucker gonna burn.
Right.
We know that.
Yeah.
So I'm over here, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to apologize because once I heard you say that to young elder, because that happened to me in 2020, for sure. With the Ray Shaw Brooks and everything, like all that. So I just wanted to apologize, you know what I mean, for if I, you know what I mean, because I felt some type of way and I just wanted to get that out. But
It's all good. It's all good.
sure. All right, I got two real questions.
Okay.
The first one is, how does one go about forgiving themselves? You know what I mean? Like that's been my hardest journey in this thing. Cause like the brother who came up talking about the weed situation, I struggle with that too. I ain't been asleep in 24 hours due to weed withdrawals. You know, so I know how it goes, and that comes from the fact of trauma and various situations. Like the people who inflicted the trauma, I forgave them, but the things that I've done myself, I don't know how to go about letting go of that, and I don't want to be too heavy in the aspect of that of holding on to something in this realm, but I don't know how to I don't know how to forgive myself for certain shit.
Let me ask
And
you
one
a
of them,
question. When you
go
came,
ahead,
I got you. I'm listening. I'm with you. When you came from the Hebrew Israelite standpoint, y'all had some type of understanding of hell, right?
Now, it's kind of tricky. Some brothers believe in hell. Some say it's Gehenna, which is the valley, the pit in the valley.
The dry
They'll
bones.
talk about
Come on.
Gehenna. They'll talk about Sheol, which is the grave. They'll say it was Hades was added, you know, in the New Testament, of course, because that's written in Greek. So it varies. You have some who I already said it'd be better for brothers to believe there was a hell than brothers to believe there wasn't. Y'all niggas out here playing like ain't nothing gonna happen, and if you knew something might happen to you, you might be more inclined to do the right thing.
Yeah, y'all lean more toward the fact that the Most High was a physical being of a sort that had weapons that would come and rain down fury on, especially the West and things like that, right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to assume that you were of those types of camps, but I know that was a part of the speaking, that nuclear type of weapons that were the crash or the baby.
ICBM, Revelations 18, not to cut your wisdom, Revelations 18, ICBM missiles and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, like the lake of fire and the sword coming out the mouth and all of that. The reason why I'm asking is because I've asked people before, and I'm gonna ask you: is there anything that you've done that you feel like you would be worthy of burning in hell for eternally?
Absolutely.
You said, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that's really the first time that somebody said the affirmative. Most time people take a second and be like, nah, they wouldn't want to burn in hell or something.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and
listen to me. Listen to me.
All right,
Listen
go
to
ahead.
me. Then I'm gonna walk with you. Well, the reason I'm asking that is because even when you speak of like things like purgatory, it's not supposed to be forever. It's not supposed to be something that you put yourself through over and over and over again. Right there at the root word of purgatory, you got purge, right? Something is supposed to be being purged out of a being. You believe in a creator. Are you still Hebrew Israelite? Or you
right now?
telling me? Yeah.
No.
Okay. So right now, do you have any belief in a creator of any kind or Most High God?
Yeah. I believe Bakalum. I hope I'm saying that right.
El Kalum?
Okay, El Kalum. I got one that say Bakalum. I believe the all.
Okay.
And of course, you know, the whole Elohim situation. Yeah, like I'm walking with the whole thing going on. I'm just telling you what the school of thought that I came from.
Okay, so whatever it is that you've done in your lifetime, you think you're the first person to do it?
No.
And if your creator created you, didn't he create you with the tendency to be able to do it? Or didn't they create you with the tendency to be able to do that thing?
Yeah.
Have you passed every test? When we were in school, did you pass every test? Did you ace every test, or did you get some answers wrong?
No, I got something wrong. All that stuff that y'all was just doing. You and the young brother, that wasn't my cup of tea, big
That
dog.
wasn't your shit. Okay, this might not be, okay, certain things that you messed up on, that might not be your shit right now. That might not be your cup of tea. You get what I'm explaining to you?
Yeah.
Now, you still have the ability to go through the lesson. You still have the ability to go through the class. Some people get retained. Some people get cut back. Some people drop out. They still going through the school. You understand what I'm explaining to you?
Yeah.
I was taught, treat life like a school and you'll graduate. Right? Treat it like a school. Some people treat it like it's a party, Treat it like a school and you will be able to graduate, family. There's nothing that you've done in your life that no one has done before in the history of mankind. There's thousands of things that people have done that are millions of times worse than what you think you can't be forgiven for, or you're not able to forgive oneself for. You know what I'm explaining to you.
Yeah.
When you don't have some money, can't you get some money?
Yeah.
When you don't got a house, can't you get a house?
Yeah.
And then when you say, damn, you like, I want to get in more shape. Can't you do something about that? Do push-ups, lift weights, whatever?
Right.
All right, you're in need of grace. Why you can't give yourself grace? Can't you give yourself grace?
It's like whenever I get back centered, right, I let everything go. I let the weed go. I let the alcohol go, whatever. It's like always this shit start coming. Like, you know, you ain't worthy of this. You know, you did that. Like,
Boom.
even the Sequoia situation, God, like, I really want to talk to you on some one-on-one shit, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I was
Yeah,
there. I wasn't holding no artillery, but I carry that. You feel
I
me?
understand.
We the ones that blocked off the street
I
because we was
understand.
popping fireworks. We ain't want nobody to come this way. We ain't know no little girl was in that car. You
I
know?
understand. I
So
remember,
it's like,
and
yeah,
I remember because it was no man's land, right? I remember
yeah,
because the situation was Keisha Lamb's Bottoms she didn't make sure that them police were out there, and her biggest thing was she was trying to make a point that the people that were out there, those protesters, were violent and all this other stuff. Anyway, she was working with these people,
yeah,
right? I remember this. So I remember I was out there that day. I remember what was going on. The niggas who was like, yo, ain't nobody coming through here. Da 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 da. They put stuff in it. I remember all of that. So I also was able to sit with the family and talk with
yeah,
the family and met with Corey and the rest of them. And, you know, after this, for a while, I was doing work with them and say, yo, we ain't never going to forget Sequoia, da 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 da, because the news went quiet about Sequoia.
yeah,
NAACP didn't show up for her. You feel what I'm saying? We had 3 NAACP members at her vigil, and we didn't even know they were NAACP members until I started calling them out. And I was like, where everybody at? We just had all these people talking about Black Lives, this, da, 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 da. Where they at? Then this nigga, attorney, what was it? Attorney Griggs, I think his name was. He stepped forward like, yo, we out here now. Like, where? He like, there go one, there go one. I said, but when we look on the news, when it comes to the George Floyd thing, all of y'all out here.
right,
Everybody was there. The NOI, everybody showed up and said, we are down with black people. You see a melanin dominant 8-year-old female, all these different components of what we supposed to be protecting is passed away and nobody's showing up. So listen, my point is I was there for all of that. I saw all of it and how it went down. Just like you said I wasn't holding the artillery,
yeah,
right? Now,
right,
this is where you get into those thicker waters. I'm going to still walk you through them because I have the ability to do so. All right? I'm going to give you an example of something. I mentioned it before. Without saying who it is, I'm just going to show you something.
yeah,
There were 2 people around 4 a.m. I reached out to one of them and said, yo, you all right? Y'all all right? And they were like, yeah, we good. Something was telling me to check on them people. An hour later, they got into an accident, right? And the accident they got into, somebody passed away. And I showed up on the scene because people called me for stuff like that. I showed up on the scene. The first thing I did, I saw them. I saw where they were. I saw the chamber. I saw where the event made them place themselves because they were taking responsibility for the life. You understand? So I had to go up to them and hug them. And if everybody else might have seen a hug, I had to pull their soul back to their body because it dropped beneath the earth plane. They automatically registered themselves in hell based off of a event. So I grabbed both of them. One of them wasn't even driving, but I had to grab both of them. And
yeah,
I said, you didn't cause this. And I grabbed the other one. I said, you didn't cause this. You didn't cause it. I had to speak to them from a plane that human beings don't really understand. I know you think that when things like these events happen, that human beings are always the driving force behind it. Most of the time, it ain't even that. You got beings that stand on the side that make
right,
things happen, and people don't see them. I don't talk about them much. As a matter of fact, it might be the first time people hear me say stuff like this, and I'm only talking because we're talking to you. right?
Right.
You didn't cause that. That was not. If it was in your hands, that wouldn't have been the case. You
Right.
didn't cause that. However, have you given yourself time to grieve? Have you sat down and allowed yourself to actually go through the motions of what you really feeling, which was grief for the loss? We all felt it.
Yeah.
I felt it. I went and hugged the mother, and it took everything in me to hold my knees up, bro. Like, I felt it. And I made music about it. I mentioned Sequoia multiple times in my songs, way after because people talked about it for a week. When I
Yeah.
made that song, I want to take this time out to apologize to you. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you made Fawcett for? Oh, oh man, I did not know that's what Fawcett was about.
Yeah. I made the Fawcett song for specifically the mother. It go way back. So there's a video I posted where she was on the news, right? And I took clips from it and was like, I want to take the time out to apologize to you for the pain you gotta feel, for the hurt you're going through. You know what I mean? And in the
Yes.
lyrics, I was explaining to her that I know people gonna only talk about this shit for about a week. And then life gonna go on like we didn't hear her and see her crying on the news. Da da da. That's what I was talking about. So yeah, that's what the song was. So my point is, we all felt it. Did you give yourself time to like really grieve the young lady? Because that's what you're feeling. You didn't cause it though, and yet and being in the streets, you be in a situation where it's like it's some fucked up shit that happened, but you didn't do it. You didn't even cause it. But I done been in a situation where like, damn, because I'm around this shit, like you start thinking like on that level, like, you feel me?
Yeah,
So
it's my
I
fault. I played a part in it.
I played a part in it. Even
Right.
though when you really analyze it, you really didn't play a part in that event, that what took place. You might have been around or on a move or whatever, but you didn't do the action of, because it only take a split decision. Okay, I'll give you another example. I'm still walking with you, you know that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll give you another example. One of my peoples back in 2018, okay, they was a part of a certain organization, right? They was a member, and they like, yo, you know, they talking to me, and they break down crying, but not in no way that they can't hold themselves up. It's just tears flowing while they trying to tell me, and they like, yo, it was just supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, this. It was supposed to be that, but then it
Yeah.
turned into this, and now this person gone. You get what I'm saying? So they didn't do that though, but the person who was there was a little more hot-headed than everybody else. So
Mm-hmm.
his patience and all that other stuff was on a different level. So he do something what it can't be taken back. And there was a little girl who was sitting there when it happened, and he was telling me, he said he probably could have been able to deal with the mishap. He said, but when he looked at the little girl and seeing how she was just sitting there, he said she could have been no older than 5, 6 years old.
Yeah.
He said the way she was just sitting there stuck, he said that's what fucked him up. And I had to walk him through and say, you understand, you didn't do what that being did. You're not responsible for what anybody does other than yourself. You cannot take that with you. What someone else did is what they did. If they're wrong, they're wrong. They're right, they're right. You can't take credit for somebody's right works. You can't take credit for their wrong ones.
Yeah.
All right?
You know what
What
it?
you can do is you can sit and say, okay, I was a part of this motion. What was the intention behind your motion?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, so we had an organization called well, we still do, the Black Rebel Order.
Right?
And initially, you know, with George Floyd happened, we was down there on the second day. I wasn't there the first day. The second day, everything happened. We whopped the band. But the lady I was with, she woke me up early in the morning, like, hey, the police just killed Ray Shaw right here at the
Right.
Wendy's. Right? We get up, we go over there. So we blocked it off to where, like, they only made all the $30 because what pissed us off is the fact that they killed him. Well, they called the cops. The cops came and killed him, because he was asleep, drunk in the car. Cops came and killed him. Then y'all open y'all doors up for business like an hour later, 2 hours later, like the shit is cool, right?
Yeah.
So we blocked it off, and then they came. Well, we blocked it off. Then more people started coming. Like our initial intentions was to make a stand. Y'all ain't making no money right here. Somebody died right here. At least have respect for life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I remember.
And then here come more people. So then later on that night, the Wendy's burned down. And then my old crazy self jump in there a couple days later, take all the food out the refrigerator, feed everybody. And I don't know if you was there. Were you there? That's the day Lil Baby pulled up. Shot a music video. I don't know if you was there,
No,
but yeah.
I went out there when Baby shot the video. Okay. I went over there.
Okay, boom.
I was outside, but I went in that area.
Yeah, so that's okay. So was you there when the white boy was doing the donuts, and then you know what I mean? That's when my brother got shot.
Yeah,
and they were shooting like
they started shooting at the crowd.
And I took
right
my.
there,
did you ever see somebody with a blue bandana?
Everybody. Yep.
Remember the guy with the blue bandana and the white beater? He took his white beater off, tried to wipe the dude's leg. They was like, "Don't do that. You can get his leg."
There. No. I didn't stay around. After they shot up the crowd, I dipped.
Okay, no, that makes sense. But I was gonna say that was me.
Uh-huh.
So we were going for a hands up, guns down march on that day. Uh-huh. Well, a white man came up the day before, shot in the air, shot a white lady in the leg, right? So it just all this shit, but it didn't start that way. But this is what I mean. That's why I came on and apologize, because my heart sometimes is too big for my body, and I wish I could control it, but sometimes I can't. So when a situation like that pop off, I want to get in the mix of it. What we doing?
I hear you. And where was the police at?
Where's the police and what? We kept telling the police to go. The fucking excuse my language. Antifa kept coming, throwing fireworks and shit at them, and they kept running away. All type of stuff going on.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. The police
they ran on the freeway. They knocked the police officer out.
Huh?
They ran on the freeway and knocked the police officer out.
Nah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's all type of stuff going on.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, if the police were doing their job, that wouldn't even took place either. They wouldn't cover it. It was literally marked no man's land. They wouldn't cover the area. So when people pulling up and shooting, there's nobody to defend. You know what I mean? Yeah. When people are out there, when y'all were doing y'all thing, there was no order. The police didn't. They could have brought that to order, but they didn't.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? And that was intentional. This is why I say some things are set up beyond human beings. I stood out there when they had the caution tape right after they killed the Rashad Brooks brother. I stood out there and I was telling everybody, I said, look at the position of the moon. I know it might be a little deeper. I said, look, this, they just did. And then they had the officers standing out there, just standing in front of the tape.
Yeah.
I was telling y'all, I said, y'all have to understand, Baphomet is who these people worship. These people perform rituals. I was telling people, I said, look at their faces. I said, these ain't regular people. They weren't regular policemen. They were standing there and positioned a certain way for a reason. Okay, so I might not supposed to be saying this. So my point of this is, it wasn't.
No, hey, my bad if you can't hear me. I'm back inside, but I can hear you, but I'm back inside.
It's all good. Okay. It wasn't on you. So when you said the question that you asking, how can you forgive oneself?
Yeah, and that's just one situation. Yeah, huh? That's one situation. But I mean, most people. I'm all good. Okay, appreciate it.
I know you're not saying it like that's the only thing. I'm saying
to
answer your question when it comes to forgiving oneself is to remember that you're having a human experience, and nobody gave you the whole book and said, here's the manual, here's how to human, right?
Right.
You didn't get everything right on the test in school. We don't get everything right in life. You understand? Voices or suggestions saying, yo, you're not worthy, da-da-da-da, that's not true. It's just not true. And then you have to remind them beings, when they say you're not worthy, you be like, that's subjective. That's subjective because I say I am. So whoever that is, a whisperer at that moment saying you ain't worthy, Remember you did this? I did do that. You need to be able to stand up and proudly say you did it because it was a part of your life. You know what I mean? They can't expose phase one. When people be like, yo, I'm about to expose you, I'll be like, I'm looking forward to whatever it is they're going to bring out, because if it's something that you can teach the world that I haven't taught the world about who I am, I'm looking forward to it. Let us all learn. And let's also deal with the fact that you thought it was that important and that I was that important for you to go and research and put some information out on. So people say, we about to expose you. I mean, when Rashad's mom was like, we finna expose you. And then they didn't, because you have to, when you're exposing, you got to put out the truth.
Right.
So can't nobody expose you like you can. You get what I'm saying? Nobody can put out the truth on you like you can. And nobody knows you like you know you. So when somebody or some being whispers or some thought festers up and says, you're not worthy of this because of this action, counter it. And be like, yes, I am. And so remember, you was a drug dealer. You remember how many people you fucked up in the community? I didn't know no better. I know better now, and I'm not going to do that now. Right. Remember, you hurt this person. Da, 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 da. You didn't have to hurt them, but you did hurt them. Yeah, that was messed up, and I forgive myself for that, because you know, even if I did know better, I should have done that, and I wouldn't do that now that I know, you know what I'm saying, and that I can reflect on past the moment of the emotion in the moment or whatever. I wouldn't have done that. Okay, let me give you an example. Something so simple, something so small, probably don't mean anything to anybody when you think about it, but to me it means everything. That I was at around 17 years old. I attended a car and bike show with my homies, right? And niggas ain't had no money. I mean, I didn't have money. Niggas had money, not me. I should have said niggas. Niggas didn't have no money, right? So niggas had money. I just wasn't one of them. And I had a type of friend group where niggas just looked out for each other. So somebody gave me some shell toe Adidas. They used to have a little crocodile print shorts. Remember that? And the t-shirt. So they gave me a t-shirt, crocodile print shorts, and some shell toe Adidas, black shell toe Adidas. And I got my hair twisted. I was fresh, right? So boom, I was like, okay, we're going to the thing, whoop. And somebody gave me $15 to go out there. I think his mama might have gave the people in my friend group, mama gave everybody 15, I think it was. And I that was my only 15, but that was everybody else's tip. But everybody we had some type of money. And we were walking, and I remember everybody looking at the cars, I saw this female walk past. She caught my eye. I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? And I started walking next to her. I was like, yo, I said, where you about to go? And she was like, to go get some funnel cake. I said, she was about to go get some funnel cake. And we started walking. That was my pickup line, where we about to go. So don't niggas take that. You know what I mean?
No, you got it.
Where to go? Well, we had it. So if you hear niggas say that, they got it for me. But yeah. Yeah, I was like, where we about to go? I'm about to get funnel cake. Boom, okay, cool, we get the funnel cake. So we were about to go and get the funnel cake, and we walk in, and we standing at the machine, and my homie was walking like, yo, what's up? What you doing? I walked over to him. I said, oh, I'm just, you know, hey, I got me, you know, I'm about to buy some funnel cake. One of them niggas was like, man, you don't buy that whole no funnel cake. They laughing and shit. Bro, what the fuck wrong with you? They don't buy that whole no funnel cake. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm like, I don't buy that. I'm like that. Because some of the shit they would put me on to, like I had to figure out how to adapt to certain shit in the streets. That shit worked out when I figured the shit out. So I'm like, okay, maybe the nigga really trying to put me on, Maybe I am being played like a sucker right now. Ooh, the woo. Oh, shit, I guess I don't buy no funnel cake. So she was looking at me like, I'll never forget this moment. She was looking at me like as if it was my test. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't her. It was just, this was a moment that was going to mean something in my life that you don't always get it right at that point. Yeah, but how many times are you going to get it wrong? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what we tell people to see. So she was standing there like, all right, what is it going to be? So when I walked over to her, she was like, what's going on? And I said, no, she said, what we doing? I said, I'm gonna catch up with you in a little bit. I'm gonna catch up with you later. And it wasn't what she said. It wasn't what I said. It wasn't the yo body hold no funnel cake. It wasn't the event. It was the look that she gave me. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah. Can you hear me? No, I can hear you. That she gave me, family. I've never felt what I felt in that moment ever. in my life. The look she gave me was enough for me to understand that I wasn't going to be around them much longer, right? The look she gave me was enough for me to understand that ain't even how I am. That's not who I am. I don't need this girl to be my girlfriend. I'm not trying to take her to the crib and fuck her. Excuse me, people think that's vulgar. I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm the type of being who would have enjoyed just getting her the funnel cake, talk with her a little bit, whoop the whoop, and we go on about our day. She ain't playing me. This is what I want to do. I'm that type. You feel what I'm saying? So the look she gave me was so much disappointment that like she wound up walking off. I was just standing there stuck. And then you want to know what was the icing on the cake? No pun intended. Them niggas went and got funnel cake. When I turned around, them niggas was sitting there, eating funnel cake. So I didn't understand. I'm like, so y'all went and got the damn funnel cake. And I could have just, so my point is, even though that might seem small, it's a lesson in it. And it's saying that you don't get it right. And again, I'm telling you, that happened when I was like 16 years old. So you got to know, for me to be saying 10 years later, that's something that still is, I have to pay attention to it. I have to know that, Omari, you're Omari, you're not them. You know what I mean?
Right.
I have to know about myself. Like, I don't give a fuck if you want to say, Omari, you simping. No, I'm not simping. I'm being who Omari is.
You're in true self.
You get what I'm saying? I'm being me. I'm not an animal. If you can deal with just running around sleeping with every female, and you have the psychic awareness, or you don't give a damn about it, whether you don't have a soul or you to figure something else about it, it don't weigh on you, and you can just break hearts and move on, and be a player. That's you. Me, that's not how I'm wired. I'm wired to take responsibility for what I do. I'm wired that way. So what I'm telling you,
same way. I was the boyfriend type. All my homies was players, but I was the one all sucked up with a girlfriend. No, I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. I'm saying, I resonate with what you're saying. I'm the same way. Definitely the same way.
Exactly. So then what I'll tell you, that's where it starts. You see that you having a human experience. I done did things in my life where it was like I said in the Clouded song, I did things I wasn't proud of, right? I said I had intention. Sometimes that spirit is willing, but it was that flesh used to cloud it. I think everybody got things that they have done that they would say, damn, I wouldn't, if I were able to go, I wouldn't even really do that like that. So what I would tell you is to make sure that that's where it stops. Make sure that awareness of you wouldn't do it like that again, make sure it stops there and it doesn't transform or mature into regret. Acknowledging wrong has no weight. Regret has weight.
Gotcha. Okay, one last thing too. What time is it? We just hit the curfew right now. It's 10 o'clock in LA.
Okay.
But last thing is numbers, right? I've been seeing 144 for like 4 years straight, 4 or 5 years straight. Multiple times a day to the point I thought I was going crazy.
Right.
That one, I kind of, I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's a warning for something. Mm-hmm. But I keep seeing 714. Is there any significance to the number 714? I see that all the time. I try to look into it via Google, and then AI come up with something. You know what I mean? Is there anything with the number 714? Because I see 144 and 714 all the time. Even if I close my eyes, somebody yelling out, ticket number 144, ticket number 714. Like, I can't get away from this shit. Yeah.
That's good. So then you have to pick up the pen, family. You don't ask me what the significance is of it. You tell it what its significance is.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. It's a number. Mm-hmm. It holds a frequency. It's a number. It has a signature. 144 could mean it's time for baloney. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. 144 could mean time to get a new car. 144 could mean, remember that time at summer camp? I don't know. My point is, you have the pen. You literally pick that up and be like, presto changeo. You give it its frequency. I see numbers like, okay, 4 with this, the closed version of 4. Instead of the open, that might mean that the door is being closed. It could be negative or positive. It depends on the protext of the situation at the time. What I can do is I close my left eye. I look for a 5. When I find the 5, that's how I know that that door will be open. And if it's a negative door, it'll be open in a positive manner. You know what I'm saying? If it's a positive door that's closing, okay, it'll be open so that whatever negativity that caused it to close will be able to open again. You do alchemy that way. So don't ask people what the numbers mean. That's disenfranchising yourself. You put a meaning to it. Now, you can still do, I could have told you anything. 714, that means 7 plus 1 plus 4, that's 12, right? Because you got 7 plus 5, that's 12. 1 and 2 equals 3. That's a magic number. Time for you to start doing magic. I could tell you.
But see, I knew, that's why I wanted to get on here, right? Because I knew that you would tell me something that wouldn't be on that line. Like, this you saying, you give significance. I knew, okay, Faise will give me something like that. Whereas I go to somebody else and they are going to give me a 2-hour lesson on how 714 means throughout the bam and 144 means this. You know what I mean? And they just making this shit up.
Right.
So
yeah, so then you say what it means. When you see it, you okay, when I used to walk with my folks, my cousin, I call him my cousin, not my blood cousin, but I call him my cousin. Around 14 years old, we used to live in the shelter. I met him in the shelter. Then we went and we were staying with one of my mother's exes at the time, right? So we were staying with him. I was in 8th grade, I think I was. And we was just walk around. Sometimes we at the train tracks, sometimes we at the street. We would walk and talk. And I was doing alchemy with him and showing him it. So when we used to see the primary colors show up in the vehicles or the cars, we would snap 3 times, right? So we see, a yellow car, a blue car, and a red car, we're going to snap. That's what we used to do. That was our thing. I started it, he picked up on it. I said, this is what we're going to do. So we started to do it. And we got that science from the alchemic principle of the Addams family, right? Their theme song. Okay? I was taught this by my dad, by the way, Bodie.
I'm
snapping.
Where I was watching his live earlier.
Okay, so when you snap, that's bringing somebody, you can break psychosis or hypnosis that way. Okay, you snap, you bring somebody back from hypnotic regression, or you can snap, be like, okay, I remember that. It's about causing things to have more impact in memory, right? If I tell you things with a sound, then it's easier for your being to remember it because it's accompanied with something like repetition in music. People are able to retain information more when they're listening to it through music with the rhythm. Okay, that snap indicates that same type of science. So when we would snap, we would say, yo, okay, there go red, blue, and green. We'll snap, snap, snap. And we had to put a meaning to it. So why are we snapping? We're snapping to say a blessing was near. And the reason why we did that, we didn't have shit. So, I mean, one time we saw a red car, blue car, green car pull up at the red light. We snap. Oh, sure. Blessing on the way, And we doing what we parkour, all of this stuff. So we like, blessing on the way. We go into this church and we sit down and listen to the message, And the elder woman that I sat next to touched my knee, right? Now, I don't know why she would touch my knee. I thought it was weird. I looked down and she had a $20 bill in her hand. And I looked at her and she just nodded. And I grabbed the $20 bill. She went back to looking like she, you know what I mean? And our elders supposed to do stuff like that. That's how we, you know what I mean? But but I was able to get the $20 bill and go to the store and get food. You know what I mean? We went and got food, bread, bologna, cheese, all kinds of food we was eating at that time. But we had food. My point is the blessing came immediately. And then when we started to do substitutions, because sometimes you'll see green, orange, and purple, or sometimes you'll see brown, yellow, and blue, and we let the brown be a substitute for the red and stuff like that. So we were really working with. My point is, we put an action to it that was snapping, and we put a meaning to it for what to expect and look out for to see that it works. So this is what I'm telling you to do. I'm not saying, hey, this is real, you got to believe me. I'm an alchemist. This is what I do. It's how I got where I am. I'm not saying believe me, I'm saying test it. So whatever your meaning would be, when you see 144, you should be able to look for something or give it. I can't tell you what to do. It'll defeat the purpose of you being in control of your own alchemy. It's right there at the end of the word, me. So I can't tell you what to do with it. I can say 9 is completion. That's what everybody gonna do. It's like, no, we're in a 9 year. That means completion. Completion of what? You're just saying that because somebody else said it. Now Busta Rhymes said it. Now you want to say it, but then what the fuck does that mean?
So you
everybody say 8 means exactly. 8 means build or destroy. People have to understand there needs to be more action behind or all around what it is that you're pushing forth for people to grab hold of. If not, they just linger in that realm of this sounds good. So it would have sounded good for me to say, oh, 144 is 144,000. That means you're one of the chosen. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? What I can say is you can find out. So when you meet these numbers they're trying to introduce themselves to you. All right, you meet them, you figure out what the frequency is that they're telling you. All right, by frequency, I should say, what is the energetic signature that they have? And if you're not able to hear it, it's 2 ways you write a song. You write a song, meaning you rapping on the beat and the beat is there, or you make a rap and you find a beat for it, or you listen for a beat and find out what the beat is telling you to say, and then you put those words in for the tones that you're hearing for the beat. How does that apply to your numbers? It's either you find the numbers, you Google what these angel numbers mean, and you let them tell you what it means, or you listen out for the numbers, okay? Find out what it is that the situation is when that number is there. What are you hearing? Who's around? And what is it that you're able to assign to those numbers? It's going to be one of the two. And then once you do that, see what it is that you align with it, what you company with it or group with it, that you have to either do or expect when you see these numbers. That's how you move the alchemy around in your favor. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yes, sir. Gotcha. No, I appreciate that too. And that's kind of great because I kind of felt like it was gonna be something in life, but I'm like, man, maybe something more you can add to it. I don't know. But that's the 714 for sure feels like a one. That's like what pops in my head is 2 Samuel 7:14.
Yeah, I can't. I'll be doing you a disservice to tell you what your message is that these numbers are attempting to get your attention for. I don't know that. That's for you. Now you can still assume autonomy as an alchemist, and you give them jobs. And if you give 714 a job or a frequency or energetic signature, and they're able to function in that way, and you're able to say, okay, that is that. Every time I see 714, it must mean I'm gonna get a visitor today. I'm just giving an example. Yeah. And then 714, okay, you clean your house, a visitor come. Boom. All right, boom. So you made a projection, and it just confirmed for you, yeah, that is my name. So 714 name is visitor. I know this sounds like the what was the Les Mis Verbalis, however the fuck they say the shit. You ever seen that classical musical movie? That shit, all them. Yeah. You watch that movie, you remember you like 24601. Then he was like, no, nigga, my name is John Valjean. You know what I'm saying? So when you meet in these numbers, they saying 24601. Okay, you need to figure out what their name is. And once you figure out that 714 name is visitor, that's what you call it by, visitor. And you see 144 name is some money coming. And okay, so money coming. That's what you, so it's the same thing with everything else, especially like video games and computer script. The numbers are what you're looking at when you're playing GTA. But people don't want to see numbers. They want to see their GTA characters jump and steal cars and all that stuff. Well, the computer scientist studies it. The video game or the game designer studies it so that they can understand how the numbers go into what people are seeing. So like what you're doing is learning how to read the numbers and say, what does this number mean? It's just coding.
Gotcha. Yeah, coding. Yeah. Gotcha. But yeah, I appreciate you, man. What time is it?
120.
It's 10:20. All right, we're here.
It's 120 over here.
Yeah, the curfew over here is 10 o'clock, man. But man, thank you for all that you do. Man, I know when you seen that young brother, because I know it hit me in the chest, so I can only imagine how it was for you to see that. But man, that was beautiful. See that young brother, so sharp, so on point, so clear. You know what I mean? And to just be 17, that's crazy. At 17,
Yeah, shout out to everybody.
yeah. But I want to say my favorite song before I hop off of here because everybody else did. And I already said it. I'm gonna say it again, bro. The sermon is crazy, and the reason I feel like it hit me for once because like I'm somebody who cry when I hear gospel music. I don't know what it is, but it actually I just cry. I be like this is a baby, throwing up my hands and crying whenever I hear gospel music, right? So I heard that tone, but it is what you're saying. Like well, I'm talking to you right now. I'm in the shelter bathroom, the shower right there. You know what I'm saying? The shelter bathroom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trying to save up this money so I can get right back to Georgia.
Right.
Yeah, man. It just hit me. So like you pushing out that music, bro, that it just keep us going. Like when you said play this, no matter what you're going through, whether you celebrate or you're going through something. It's days I'm happy as hell I put it on. It's days like like a little bit like later on today, it's a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just grateful for all that you do and I'm grateful for your presence, King.
Hey man, thank you. It's an honor. And for sure, the sermon is one of one. That's a spiritual song. I don't know what I was going through. I got in the studio, was like yo, let me hey, punch me in. Hey, let
you
them play.
He was like my mama said. He was like my mama said. A lot of you niggas lie. He was like, "You great."
That's a fact.
Man.
That's a fact.
Man, come on, man. But yeah, but let me hop off on here. I can finally get some sleep tonight. I gotta go into work. We'll chop it up again soon.
Okay, cool, family. Peace to you.
All right, brother. Robot.
No, it's Wadu.
Wadu.
Word. Hey, that's what's up. I'm telling y'all, man, we do this. Shout out to the brother. Make sure y'all be listening too, because it's not just them talking. They asking questions that some of y'all have questions about also. I'll get y'all answers also. We really do this, though. That's what we really do. All right. What else? What y'all want, man? Y'all still sitting here looking at me and shit, bro. Yeah. Carry up, y'all. What y'all want, bro? Nah, that was a good combo for sure. I want to talk about the correlation between Ophiuchus and the black sun. I don't know what you're talking about, though. That's 3. Yeah, we did have 3 people came on here and got help with the shadow. We do this. I be nervous to hop up there. Oh, come on, New. I told you it's your turn. Come on now. I don't know what you're nervous about. Everybody in trouble. I just sent you add-on. Like, what y'all want? Y'all sitting here looking at me and shit. What y'all talking about? How can I get on here? I don't know. I don't know, twin. You was just talking about features in the black sun. I don't know, twin. I don't know. Shit. I mean, I'm gonna bring you up here, but like, I don't know, twin. Who this here? Did you just say peekaboo? Did you just pull the first successful peekaboo online? What the hell was that? The planets look like shams. That nigga just said peekaboo. What you telling bro for? Didn't nobody kick you off. You just can't. Don't even say I kicked you off either, because you wouldn't be able to come back on. I'm looking at the bottom of my screen, and he said, West something joined, West something left. All I see is a temp fade, and then you disappeared. Resend me. You resend it yourself. I didn't do that. Man, he entered the lobby and deleted himself.
My bad.
What's down?
What's going on with you, family? My bad, bro. I didn't know you was gonna invite me that fast.
Okay.
No, for real though, but I wanted to talk to you about a whole lot that's been going on recently. I just been having a lot of revelations because leading up to this point, like I made an album. It's called Healing Hands. It's based on the green light. I've been wanting to show you it and all this other shit. We're gonna talk about that later. But it's this stupid ass show I watched called Squidbillies. I thought it was dumb. It was dumb at first until recently. You seen Trump inauguration, right?
No.
Cool. Either way, my job, I moderate TikTok and shit. Okay. And I got into this little conspiracy queue. You feel me? Where I do election conspiracy. I'm thinking it's gonna be about shit, more conspiracy, but no, it's really about real conspiracies. And it's like, boy, I be seeing some stuff, and I was mad this night on a planetary alignment. On the 25th, it was no videos. It was nothing. No live videos. No nothing about it. It was all BS. It's something in me. I just knew like this was planned. Like I was mad about it. So I was getting ready to go to sleep. I put on an episode, not even thinking. I was like, this motherfucking episode. This dude kind of looked like Trump in the episode. I seen the symbolism. It just struck out to me. Literally in that same app, the dude said the whole inauguration plan. I knew it was real because I was just watching B-Dale Mount Black Rock, all this other stuff. I know you don't know nothing about that. Okay, cool. It was just really making a lot of correlations and stuff. So I was thinking they was talking about Mount Murder and all this other stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's Black Rock. And they had 3 pyramids at the bottom. I counted the pyramids. It was 10, made 1, and 7 in the middle. That joint said added up to 9. I was like, 2025, he set the inauguration plan. It was all planned out. I was like, damn, that shit tripped me out. I was like, bro, God's slapping me in the face right now. I need to lock in. I'm seeing all this. I keep trying to avoid it, but it's really telling me, like, bro, do your job. You need to let these people know this shit. Like, this shit is a whole agenda, a whole plan. This show came out in, like, 2008, 2009. Like, how did they know? This is like the 3rd season. And it's really stuck out to me because, like you said with the last live, you apply attention to numbers, right? My birthday on August 13th. So when I see 813, 138, or 381, it let me know I'm on the right path. This episode was literally episode 318. So I knew. I was like, bro, God letting you know, like, bro, you need to stop playing. So like the other live you said before, you need to smoke 1 a day, bro. I just got done smoking my 1 that I do. Like, I told myself I'm gonna start smoking it until like 6, 7 p.m. until I'm ready to go to sleep, and I'm done for what I need to do for the day. You feel me? Like, all this shit was like correlating to my life. It was crazy. And the last kid who's on that chemistry stuff, I ain't on his level. He got that, but my name is Jeremiah too, but it's spelled different. On God, it was a whole lot of synchronicities. It was messing me up, bro. But it was messing me up. And after this, I went to work and I started really doing like research about the episode, and it was teaching me about the Orient. That's why I asked that question about if the sun sets in the west, is that like correlate to why it's a beacon for lower frequencies? You feel me? So I was just like, it was teaching me about a whole bunch because it was the Orient Express in the episode, and I was just like, what is the Orient? It has a deeper meaning behind it. So I did the etymology behind that, and it was going crazy. Then I looked up Malachi, because it was just a tab I had open just because I got the flag, the Nubian Nation flag as my fucking profile picture. Boy, the way they looking at me up in there, boy, I'm waiting for some controversy. As soon as I go back to work, I know it's gonna happen. They looking at me like I'm a Terry or something. Like I'm finna blow this bitch up. Like, bro, y'all don't even know what it is. Y'all don't even know nothing about nothing. Like I could break something down. I could lead y'all down. I could open the door for y'all, but if y'all don't ask me, I can't tell y'all nothing. Aside from that, I'm like, yeah. Once I seen on his Wikipedia thing, it says the government name they gave him, that bullshit ass name, Dwight, and then it says the rest of his name. I know that name. I finally did the research. I looked up his fucking name, and I had another revelation. I was like, bro, this whole fucking time you've been in the presence of who you've been in the presence of. How could you have let this like slip you up? It's crazy. And once I realized and translated his name and who he was, Esau, and it's been messing me up.
I'm
Like
saying,
I've been like, bro, I know who he
what did
is.
you
I know
find?
who
What did you find out?
I find out he was Esau. I know who Esau is. That's what led me to it. And his name was El Hasid. I looked up El Hasid. It meant leader or teacher or guide. And his other name was El Masid. It meant to guide or to
Mahdi.
lead. I apologize.
Mahdi.
El Mat. Thank you. And it also had El Alter, meaning his other names or something. I apologize. I might not be too on point. I've just
It's
researched
all
all this.
good.
It's all been hitting me so fast, and I've just been having all these constant revelations just calling me, and I'm like, I need to show you this album. I need to show you the work, because I put a tape of Malachi on the jail phone on one of my songs. Like I'm really about to let people know who he is. They have to know, because it's time. They're literally bringing meta. They're playing with they're bringing in different type of entities. Like they're about to AI being involved in the medicine. Like it's going to be big tech companies involved in medicine, and they're going to be trying to take away all illnesses. They're going to be trying to offer people immortality, talking about death like it's an illness. What are you talking about? They're trying to make people transhuman, cyborgs. It's crazy. It's a war going on, and we cannot let them people win. They talking about World War III. It's already a war on self. What are we talking about? And I knew I'm on the right path because this older dude at the job, I don't know this dude. One day he just walked up to me like we friends. Everyone at the job be looking at me crazy. I don't like talking to nobody because they not going to comprehend this. You know what I mean? This is a whole nother frequency, a whole nother vibration. They not ready for this. They look at like just the little stuff. They be like, you a conspiracy theorist. I'm like, one, I don't do conspiracies. One, I don't do theories. I can show you all the evidence, sir. We don't do that. They like, oh, if you just on YouTube listening, no. I got books. You want to read a book? As soon as I bring up books, everyone get demoted, lose all the motivation, lose all that heart. Like, calm down. First off, you gotta recognize what time it is. Y'all are scared to pick up a book, and that's why y'all don't know nothing. They keep talking about, I want to see your podcast. I want to see what you know. You need to look up the information I'm trying to get you on. Do some research. You feel me? Like people are so sad, but I knew I was on the right path because this older dude, he keep trying to. I don't know what his goal is. I don't know his agenda. I know he's a demon. He tried to cut my locks off. I don't know what his goal is. Like he keeps trying to act like he's my friend though. It's so weird. But yesterday he tried to. It's just out of nowhere. He was like, "Well, I'm going through all this. I'm going through all these deep thoughts." He talking about some. I know what the meaning of life is. I just found it out, and I'm like, that's crazy. What'd you figure out? This man said nothing. Bro, I was like, what? This all correlates because I was like, the meaning of life. Well, personally, because people be taking stuff the wrong way when I say this applies to all of us. Because I speak in truth. I'm not speaking about something personally. We need to focus on walking in God's will. People, we are so far from God and society. This is why everyone is the way they is. That's why you're so focused on this female and you can't focus on making 10,000 a month. That's why, bro, it's so crazy. And I'm like, the reason I figured out we need to follow God's wills because my last name is Jeremiah Wilson. And I was like, what's the meaning of Wilson? And I was like, the will of the Son. That's what I came to. And I looked up the will of the Son, and it says that Jesus' only will was to walk in God's will, the will of his Father. And I was like, that's my job. I need to tell people to walk in the will of the Son, which is the will of God. And man, stop playing with me. Come on, bro. I've been trying to tell niggas, bro. This has been on my heart heavy, bro. I was just listening to motherfucking the Malachi frequencies yesterday, bro. My heart chakra was fucking beaming, bro. I was like, oh, it's time, bro. I can't play no more. It's time. Everyone like, you young, bro. You got time. No, I don't. The world is. Do you know what's happening in 2030? Do you know what's happening in 5 years? There's a reason why Trump is ruling with an iron hand right now. This is no time to waste. Do you see the world right now? I be crying about this shit. Like, it hurt me to see y'all like this. Y'all don't even know what y'all lost. Y'all need some light. Y'all need some love. I've been telling everyone, I'm trying to save the world. They're like, how you gonna save the world? I'm like, it's too late. It's too late for that. You feel me? We can't save the world in this state. We all too far gone. What y'all need to do is learn how to love yourself and teaching the people closest to you how to love themselves. Each one teach one, and from that, it's gonna have a Mandela effect. You feel me? It's just gonna
Domino effect.
a domino effect. You feel me? That's what I meant. That's what I'm saying. That's how we can save the world. That's the only way to save the world. Learn how to love yourself properly. What does that mean? Emotionally, spiritually. People don't know nothing about spirit. They think I'm religious. I am not religious, sir. I am into. I like, okay, esoteric science. I don't know what you would call it. Maybe, I don't know, but I just see things for what they are, or not for what they are and what they should be, you know what I mean? Or whatever, however that works, however that applies. I'm everywhere with it, but it's a lot going on up here. The wheels is turning. I'm trying to get it all together. You feel me? I'm trying to live. I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to get it all together. Before y'all even look at my West Coast cast, that's a front. That's a front. My West Coast cast is a front. Follow Sage Sivan. Sage Sivan is going to be my ideal identity for the world. This is just the front. I need to get the demons. I need to get the devils, the disagreeables to see me. I need them to see me. If they don't respect me in any light, bro, they're not going to pull. Like, I promise you, when I get to where I'm going, all this is West Coast Cash is gonna disappear. They're gonna be like, oh, what happened, bro? Y'all thought wrong. Y'all don't even know. This is a front. Like, oh God. Like, bro, I do what I do. I say what I say, but please do not hold me to that. I know. You know what I mean? The Most High know. They walking with me every day. They know my true intentions. I tell everybody, just focus on being as loving and compassionate as you can, because at the end of when it all ends, when your heart weighed, you gonna know, like, you feel me? That's what it's gonna be. What it is, you did what you did. What was your intentions? Who are you? You feel me? You could tell me all you want, who you trying to be and who you want to be, but who are you really? You feel me? Come on. I apologize. I wanted to talk to you, but bro, this shit really been on my heart. The world really hurting me right now. You feel me? And I really appreciate you for being here, for being the beacon of light. And while cause I've been telling everybody, they crucified this man. They like, how did they crucify him? They crucified his name, his image, his whole being, bro. Do you know who that is? Do you know what he was doing? Do you know what he was sitting here to do? To guide us back to God. And you sitting here, someone talking about how was he crucified? Y'all think he was nailed to a cross, bro? He dropped the whole fucking breakdown of how that shit was not what y'all thought it was. Y'all do not know how to see nothing for what it is, and it's so crazy. And when I be trying to wake everybody up, but like I was looking up and researching, don't cast your pearls among swine, and it's hard for me because I want to teach. People need to know, you feel me? But what are you supposed to do to close ears everywhere? Most commonly close ears, you feel me? Like, I'm trying to get like you. I be seeing y'all out there. I seen videos of you out there on the streets, out there really preaching that shit. Like, I really got to do some research. I really got to get my life together. But first off, I need to get around the right people, right? Better mindsets, you feel me? better vibrations. But I wanted to talk to you about some real shit. But I guess the shit that I want to talk about, we can't do that. We can't do that. I'm God. I'm God. I'm God.
What do you want to talk about?
I was talking. I asked you the question before I got on here, and you was like, "I don't know, twin. I don't know, twin." I was like, "Sheesh." I was like, "Sheesh." That's what I really wanted to find out because I had a revelation before about the eight and being something correlating to the snake eating itself. And recently, when I just got back into watching Bedell, was talking about the rising of the black sun and what happened when it comes in contact with the spark outside of out in the ethereal planes, just stuff like that. You feel me? And I was just before
So
I even came
you
into that,
mean
it was talking.
antimatter? Okay, watch the movie.
Yes,
Watch the movie Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code.
Are
Okay,
you gonna write it down, or are you gonna take note of it?
take a
Watch the
listen.
movie Da Vinci Code.
Keep going.
Angels and Demons, and
Okay,
then End of Days. All this, even what Bedell is talking about, that's pops stuff.
I know.
And I really want people to understand it. Like, people really need to know what it is they're saying, right? So when you watch, before you watch these movies, I need you to go and study antimatter. Then I need you to remember that space and time are a continuum. Space plus time equals continuum. You know what a continuum is?
Forever going.
Well, no, it sounds like that.
Okay.
Well, actually, you might be onto something. A continuum is they're interchangeable. So space is time, and time is space. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
The black sun concept that's why I was like, yo, there's a lot to it. What a lot of people are referring to takes you to the science of antimatter or pure black light.
I'm infatuated with black, bro. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either, but it's a shade, so I mean, there must be some reason for it.
Black and gold.
So I want you to watch those movies, line them up. Angels and Demons, Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, and then End of Days.
Okay, I have
And
it
then,
in that order. I have it in that order. That's the way. Okay.
yeah, for the person who said which movies, Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, End of Days. All right, and then after you do that, then you come and talk to me about what you learned from the movies. What were some of the things they were saying?
And I'm
Look out for numbers like 999 and see if they don't perverse it or
that's
try to
automatic.
pervert this.
That's automatic. I'm always looking for them.
Okay, they're going to try to pervert it, so I want you to look out for that. Look out and see if they call one of the characters York. All right, look at what their mama name is. Look for different sciences of images of beings. Look for what happens when antimatter comes in contact with that which is outside of its container, which technically there should be no container for the antimatter because the antimatter would be interacting with that container. But of course, it's a movie, but it's still lining up with that black sun science. Or some explain to you.
Yes.
So after that, then you come talk to me about what you learned.
Okay. I appreciate you.
I appreciate love you.
Love you.
It's all in alignment. Everything, even up to the 2030. Okay, you have to keep searching. Don't think you know what it is, because as we approach it, it's going to keep changing. There are more developments happening as we get close to it, and we have our own time. So what you might be thinking is 2030 could be 2027. You understand that? Or what you thinking is 2030 could be 2025. You with me? So stop looking for an end start searching to understand why you're in something. Replace END with IN. And what are you in right now?
The present.
There you go. Which is where you'll always be. Can you be anywhere? Listen, can you be in IN? Can you be anywhere other than in now? So where are you currently?
In this body, I don't.
Currently in the now.
Yeah.
Currently. And that's why we say current event. What's happening right now? Current. Okay, so occurrence, currents. All right, currency, currently, frequently. If I ask you how many times do you frequent the store, I'm asking you how many times do you go there, right? Okay, frequency. What's your frequency? Your frequency is now. Your currency is now. A lot of people looking for an end. Don't replace 2012 with 2030. Do you get me? Because everybody was looking for the end in 2012. Don't make 2030 the new 2012. You have to know what you're doing. Why do you care? What are the scientists watching for 2030 for? Which really they're looking between a 3-year time period of 2027 to 2030. Right? Some may say 2028 to 2031. But what are they looking for? They're looking for the increase in the universal temperature of the planet Earth. They're looking for that, what they call global warming. They're looking for more negative effects of greenhouse gases and carbon dioxide emissions, or CDEs. That's what they're all from the sun, which is why they're attempting to put out these chemtrails, as people call them, to ward off that. Their war is with the sun, particularly right now, which means that ultimately our war would be with the sun, because anything that's a problem for them at this point in time, you got to get beyond the melanin debacle, because melanin been beating people's ass lately. They don't even know what that is. I've noticed that. I thought people did, but you grow up and realize people didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. Yeah, I didn't even know people didn't know what carbon was. That was crazy. So we're not talking about melanin. We're talking about the effects of the sun. Okay? If the sun causes for certain groups of beings on the planet to die, all right, natural selection has begun its course. Natural selection can take place in a linear fashion or an exponential fashion. Most of the times when it's exponential, you can't really predict how fast it's going to occur where it gets to home. I hope you understand what I'm explaining to you. Meaning, if the deer start disappearing, you may not notice much at first.
That's what I was going to say.